is supposed to be the punish, but I'm not sure if it changes.
There's the frame trap he was looking for before. Again, .exe trying to take his turn after that crouch jab off the drive rush.
Punish. Sweep to sweep. See it.
Poked him out here. They have a little bit of a life lead, but that drive rush stand medium kick has been paying so much for .exe.
Paying dividends indeed. And he's trying to take 2-0 in this set here against Halibel. I mean, he's on the back foot at the moment here. Really struggling against Jury at the moment.
The crouch jab, what is this? He's just trying to put a wall up?
Maybe.
I'm not sure if he's having an issue.
Driver stand meeting is hella annoying, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And that stand jab from Ken, it goes so far. And you know what else does? That stand fierce is pretty good range too.
True.
Oh, let me get that.
Double Tatsu straight to the corner, like 2 combos straight to the corner. How wild is that?
The stage could have been 50% longer and she still would have ended up in the corner. Like,
I know, right? Crazy. Delayed jab.
The hezzy. Calling out the defensive rhythm, the fuzzy timings of .exe. Well done from Halibel there.
Yeah, I think EXE thought another throw was coming, to be honest, because throw would have killed there, but...
Oh, the response right there, the light kick, 5 frames.
Almost got it there. He's really abusing these shimmy attempts, isn't he, Ringe?
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if he's going to try to start conditioning throws just to make another big shimmy payout happen later on in the set. Right now, though, why switch up when it's working so well?
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think someone needs to convert to level 3 immediately when they get the chance.
See, oh, and we're going to get a chance here if .exe wants to do it, but he's saving it. He knows the double drive rush combo will kill. Do it one more again. That is death. .exe going to be up 2-0 here in losers finals.
Okay, we're seeing a lot of these delayed throw techs being severely punished.
I like it.
And if 45% just teetering on 50% is enough to tell you not to throw. The character select screen.
Indeed.
Or loading screen, I should say.
Back into it. So in the middle of losers finals here, we've got everything ironed out. .exe up 2-0 on Halibel right now.
Looking good here. Drive rushes into danger. Does he do? And he goes back to the corner. So hopefully, in that pause, Halibel's had time to ruminate, really think about how he's going to turn this around. Because like I said, he didn't really do much wrong before. Sometimes you just have a coin flip and you lose the coin flip.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and sometimes you lose the coin flip over and over again, and you're like, how is this happening to me? It's just one of those issues, right, that you have to overcome. You got to have that short-term memory.
Hey, we saw Takamura doing that yesterday, but EXE was on point with dealing with that, but not this time around.
Yeah, that was the first time Halibel's really represented that. I don't think EXE was delaying the DP at all to look for it. Gets caught.
All right, do that. Peppering that light pressure there. He's put himself in burnout as Halibel.
Indeed, but .exe definitely has a big opportunity here with Halibel being in burnout. Oh, cut off with the pass, though. I like it.
As soon as he saw the green, he just pressed stand medium kick, and it does move you forward. So I think when you set that up perfectly, it's actually not a bad drive rush check, but to be honest,
I think it's quite good.
Pretty decent too.
Yeah. I think it's like 8 frames, so the crouch medium punch is like 6. So if you want to use that, it's 2 frames faster, but stand medium kick is a great check as well.
Trying to put him in burnout here on block, and he gets it with a punish counter throw.
Oh, and catching him reaching. You're going to tell me taught him a lesson.
And I love that he micro-walked under that. And he's going to take full advantage of this and reduce the recovery time once again on his burnout gauge and take about 50% here in.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be a prime spot for Halle, but he's still burnt out. Willing to apply the pressure. I'm surprised the fireball came out right there. That's going to allow .exe to clearly take his turn back.
Yeah, true. No, good point. Ooh, that was the safest of jumps. Can he get the round, though? That's the question.
Oh, the crouch medium punch stuffing the neutral jump.
That's been anti since the beta.
Yeah, for real. Oh, man, he only needs a pixel, but .exe, he's got so much meter. Oh, he just goes into the level 3 immediately. All right.
Well, still alive.
Yeah, preserve some of this drive here for this next gambit on offense. What's it going to be, though?
I mean, Halibel could try and risk a DP, but I wouldn't do that here.
No. Oh, he did the drive rush, though, and tries to walk up and throw. Good disciplined defense. You see those stand medium punchers just walking away. The whiff throw is punished.
All right, there you go. Eventually, listen, walk back on defense is a powerful tool in this game still.
Yep.
But you can get clipped. A nice perfect parry there. Crouching confirm, and he drops the delay.
Yeah. Yeah, especially against Jury. She's got a great crouch medium kick, so we'll see if .exe looks for that after the stand medium punches going forward now. He seems to be looking forward just more in general right now in this round, at least.
Oh, dive kicks his way out of trouble here, but he gets the 3-piece into the light Tencent ring there. DI. I was at a decent range as well to not really think about it.
Yeah, super difficult to recognize in the moment. Beautiful, perfect parry, though, again in Halibel. Just taking the yoke. He tried to bait something out.
Another perfect parry there, Ringe.
Yeah, he's loving pressing these perfect parries in these small gaps, right, where they're likely to work out. And they keep working out time and time again. Oh, no punish, though.
I don't know. I think he's resorting to visiting that well a bit too often, to be honest with you.
I want to see him establish the throws a little bit more just to get .exe teching more and more. But however, he lets that round slip through his fingers and .exe on set point.
I think sometimes I just want him to finish a combo.
Yeah.
I think it'd be much easier if you did that. Go run sure you can. No level 3 there.
You just interrupted. It looked like the run overhead. Oh, crouch needing to pick the god. Those 7 frames on deck.
Sure you can. Oh, dude, he could have got the 3 pieces to the sure you can again there. I think he was waiting that to be blocked, but he's going to get a lovely conversion here from the snap kick, and this is huge. Not going to spend level 3 there to kind of put him near burnout. He's going to do it now, though.
There's the parry attempt. He tried to parry again. .exe was respecting a wake-up option.
He's not going to spend level 3 unless it's going to get the knockout or it's near knockout. That's what EXE's been doing with level 3.
And burnt out now. Yeah, you can't just go and autopilot into the drive impact. He's got 3 bars. Nice anti-air.
Halibel's on his last legs. What's he going to do here? Throw, gets the game, and he gets the jab into level 3. That looked at because he's looking for the chip scenario anyway. Yeah. That's why he did it. And the only thing Halibel could have done was wake up level 3. But because of that whole scenario, because the throw loop's legit, it allows Jury to do whatever the hell she wants. And EXE puts his place in the grand final, taking it 3-1 there over Halibel. His streak in the top 8 on the loser's side comes to an unfortunate end. I don't think he's had much time to think about it because he's had to go through losers semis and then losers finals. Or sorry, no, he only had to fight losers final. My apologies. So it's going to be a bit difficult here. So Garnet, he's probably going to stick with the same strategy.
But I love that .exe, he's already jumping, right? And we talked about in the first set, the ground game just wasn't there for him. So I like him representing the air approach.
Yeah, he just needs to identify the player habits that Garnet has there. Right now, it's looking really good here. Let's see if he can close out this first round. It looks like he can.
Oh, yeah, bro. If he's not going to spin the level 1, he's got such a life lead that he's confident with the next sequence, and the confidence pays off.
There you have it there. Didn't kill off that combo, but the subsequent sequence did just exactly that. Try to get a whip punish there on the crouching medium punch. I think that's a pretty good limb.
Yeah, definitely pretty good limb. Garnet tried to press something afterwards, maybe thinking the jury button would whip, got counter hit for it.
Trying to run away from the meaty slide there. Can't do that, I'm afraid. Just floating there at the moment with the Yoga comments, popping out the Yoga fires as well.
And I like that from .exe. He's taking that moment to stock up. He's got 3 stocks because of that.
There we go, stand medium punch. Any limb punish counter, drive rushes in too far, so he reaches out to capitalize, but he will take this round here regardless. Gonna get the conversion. Yes.
Oh, sweep in there right there. They even needed the level 1.
Now, I don't know if that's the optimal conversion he's doing, but it's one conversion I only see Garnet do. Okay. And he goes for those meaty Yoga arches from the down back crouch medium.
Cuts off the overhead attempt. Great wake-up button from Garnet. Would have time to bet on that.
Stores up here, does .exe. He's got to be careful of that fireball, man, because that roundhouse has been hitting him with some dusty foot, I'm telling you.
Yeah. No lotion on that feet.
Chases him down. Right rush cancel is going to go into level 3. Of course, I like this.
Yeah, this is a great option for Garnet right now. Obviously, got to build back some of that burnout meter. Put a significant life lead on the board as well.
Just waits there as well. He doesn't want to throw out a limb just in case a wake up level 3 was going to catch one of them, unfortunately. And teleports behind. That's the juggle. I think level 3 would have been suitable there for EXE, but...
Indeed, unfortunate for .exe though. I think he tried to parry the fireball, but it was too early, so he burned himself out. Now susceptible to the chip, which is exactly what Garnet looks for to put himself on the board.
I'll need to check, because I think normally when you do jab into EX Yoga Flame, there's a slight gap. So if you wanted to mash there, you could, but he's in burnout, so I'm going to double check if that's a true string later. That'll be very interesting to know where these guys actually could have mashed something. And listen, any knowledge is, or new knowledge is great knowledge, I should say.
Yeah, but .exe, look at the way he starts off this round and get a successful jump in. That's how we saw him take the round 1 in the first game.
Bro, trying to get that staggered pressure, drill kicks over the fireball in the corner and teleports away. There's not all that real estate to work with.
Play out again, OD, oh, good block.
Yeah, what a block, that was crazy. He gets the throw. One of the most disrespectful throws in the game.
That's a no yoga.
The fires out there as well, trying to maybe snuff out a drive rush attempt or a jump from .exe.
There's
the jump.
Yeah,
there's the jump.
When is the air approach coming? You had to feel it. .exe puts it out again. Oh, he tried to sneak under that second fireball, got clipped in the buns.
Nice. Done a TK yoga comment. I think that was at the lowest point. He done that as well. And it connected at a latter point, or 2 separate points, I should say. That's brilliant stuff there from Garnet. Perfect parry. Yeah, he's confident.
Give me that.
He's confident. He crunched that drive gauge.
For real. Gonna hold all that meter meaty on top of that. Look at how much drive gauge he deleted with that sequence.
My man said, listen, your drive gauge is a mistake. Let me backspace real quick. Let me edit that.
Drive rush, stay in medium punch this time. Garnet. Wake up buttons does not pay off. Now he's reaching as well.
Not reaching this time. Delayed jab into the drive rush cancel. And the bait. This is going to be huge damage. I think he's going to cash out into the level 3. He like will do. And they should leave him with a slither of health because it's not the CA version.
Yeah. Gonna barely be alive here. How's he going to set up the sequence going forward?
Backs away with the yoga fire. I like that choice. Oh, okay. Gotta be careful. He's not close enough to trade. Yeah, there you go.
And again, Garnet, man, he's looking so clean in this grand finals, dominating game 2 with 2 rounds to 0. Man, he is 1 game away from Capcom Cup.
Literally, the crux of the problem, what it's been, and I can hear the cat select screen. Yeah, what it's been is just the approach. When you shut down the aerial approach, when you nullify the ground approach or limit the options there, what do you do? Like we said, take a gamble. In that first game in grand finals, he took the gamble, but that's only 1 sequence. You got to keep doing that each and every time. Are you going to keep guessing right? Not all the time. If you do guess right every time, buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I say.
That's where it go. Go to Vegas, do something with that luck because it's got to pay off more than just here. But right now, Garnet is up 2-0. Like you said, he's just been so consistent. He's eaten a couple of jump-ins, but he hasn't let that get to him right. He's made the adjustments. He's like, okay, I'll start worrying about the air game a little bit while still shutting down most of the ground. He's just been looking like such a champion here.
Well, let's see if he can get the title of champion from EU West by winning 1 more game. Is it doable? We don't have a Dawson in the Capcom Cup.
Hopefully Garnet birds that appearance. On the other end, .exe wants this run back. He wants to make sure Jury is represented as well.
Jabs the float attempt there. Man. Gonna get the teleport. Really trying to catch him out here.
.exe, yeah, I was like, he's gonna feel like he has to do something still though because he's so low on drive gauge. Does find the offense for a little bit, but a quick tech throw. Garnet's defense has been so solid.
Oh, trying to miss. He mistimed his meaty light kick there, and he gets a jump back light kick. And what that does is it floats him into match point, tournament point here, Ringe. Can he do it?
We shall see. 1 round away from qualifying in the Capcom Cup 10. Over $2 million in the prize pool. First place with a milli. See if he gets his chance. .exe, great response on the float that time, and an overhead just to harass him.
There we go. Pops out the yoga fires. Gets the throw tick there again. One way that EXE's been getting damage in this grand final here, or the winners final as well, but it's just not enough.
Beautiful, that perfect parry allowed him to walk forward past that, get the DI in.
And he's gonna wake up with level 2, and he got caught, big damage. He's feeling confident here. If he teleports behind it, yeah, he's in trouble. Drive rush cancel. If he gets this wrong, it's gonna be a fat combo.
It is indeed. He let the respect show though.
That's
and
it.
There it is, drive rush cancel, doesn't get the kill.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of No Neutral. And all I gotta say is, Rob, what's going on? Where are you?
Hey,
you look like a changed man. What I don't know. The lineups look a little crispier.
Like
the jerseys looking a little fly. The background's looking a little bit better. Everything about you just seems a little different right now.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Hey, Galo K, get your money up, not your funny up. You know
Galo
what I'm
K,
saying?
what's up, Rob?
The setup looking crazy. You see the camera. In all seriousness, of course, right now I am in the Dominican Republic. Shout out to Domicile. Shout out to Blink Esports and everything. We down here for Blink Respawn. And luckily, so we had to make sure, of course, I had somewhere to shoot this while in the Dominican Republic. And I was driven all the way to one of the Blink owners' house in order to record. So that type of hospitality is crazy. But I like the narrative better that I done got rich and I upgraded my setup. I like that. That sounds cooler to me, Brian.
Right, and found a new passion for baseball overnight. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
You assuming I don't like baseball, Brian?
Yeah. Well, I don't know why I would do that. You know.
see, that's crazy. Cancel.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Be careful.
But listen, what I know you got a passion for is.
Listen,
that's my sport actually. That's hidden lore. You know. You know what I'm saying?
You played it.
That's what I grew up playing. Yeah.
What position?
All of them. That's how you know I was bad. You know what I'm saying?
No, really. That's fire. That's cool.
But listen, forget about all that. We're talking about pressing buttons here. I saw you on the stage there at Blink Respawn, and what I also saw was the crowd, the hype, and the offline energy, in which we all so love in the FGC. Blink Respawn was an amazing event to watch from here. I can only imagine how you felt hosting the damn thing and interacting with the crowd and the passion of the DR community.
Listen, anybody who has an opportunity, Brian, like anybody who has an opportunity to go to the Dominican Republic for an event, you need to pull up there. And I hope that Capcom puts like a premiere here or something like that, or Capcom Cup or whatever, because that needs to be done. Also, something that was very unique is like the people that you have there. I feel like normally when we go to a fighting game event, the FGC is there. The FGC was here too, but here it's, you know how they say fighting games are more mainstream in Japan than it is in America, which of course that's true. Fighting games are more mainstream in Dominican Republic than America.
Absolutely.
It's mainstream here.
Absolutely. I went in
Regular
2019 for Game Over, which I believe was a premiere event at the time as well. So they did have that in 2019. I went there to compete. I took more photos at that time, at that tournament, than any other event I'd ever been to. And like you mentioned, it was, the demographics were different. It was gamers. Then there was, women, children, adults, grandparents. It was families. It was just people. That was the spectacle to go see. So the DR scene has been doing it big for a long time, and Blink Respawn is no different. And the gameplay this time also delivered, because I feel like we got a little bit of a peek of how maybe Capcom Cup will go. Maybe.
Yeah, perhaps, bro. I mean, honestly, I feel bad fast forwarding to the top 8, but I don't know. We only have so much time. We won't go through every single thing, but the first storyline, I just want to make sure we do shout out my man Jimmy DR, bro, and Balrog RD. So, of course, both of them, they have it in their name. They're both from the Dominican Republic. Jimmy, what was interesting about him with Blink is he's been trying to get this top 8 for 4 years, he said. It's been a dream of his. So him qualifying for this top 8 was huge to him. Now, Balrog RD's story is so interesting because this DJ is phenomenal. The thing is, he does not even have a setup, bro.
Right.
He goes to his homie's house as much as he can for like a couple of hours or whatever, and that's how he trains and enters online tournaments and everything. So shout out to them. Kaba versus Gachikun, that blew the roof off the place. Of course, you already know that DR crowd. Did you see that? You see the clips from it?
I watched that one live, and I mean, you're already wearing their jersey, right? You see how the DR supports their players, and to have the hometown hero take it to him in that kind of a fashion, that close of a set to close it out, and the way Kappa closed out that winner's side set, that backdash shimmy into the juiciest combo conversion, it was nasty. It wasn't like he was like scraping by and barely getting the win with like a random jab. No, he read him, and just the damage jump that happened at the end to close it out, to blow the roof off the place, that was beautiful to see.
Something very big when it comes to CPT, when it comes to Capcom Cup picture, Problem X is back.
That's a huge storyline, because we've been seeing his performance over the course of this game, and with all the World Warrior events going on in the UK region, he hasn't quite had that same level of success that he had previously, right? In Street Fighter V, I mean, obviously he's the EVO 2018 champion. He's been countless premier top 8s, even champion of those tournaments. Finally, he's committed, it seems, to the character where I feel like from afar we all would have picked him to play right away, the Marissa. Right?
I loved it.
Finally all coming together.
Yeah, man. I really love seeing Problem X on Marissa. It reminds me of his Abigail days.
Of course.
It's the same thing. He has the mentality to be able to make that work. Then I think the same thing applies with the Marissa. And honestly, I think it was big for Problem X himself to be able to see like, okay, yeah, I'm back now. I understand. Like I understand this game. We've seen the same thing with Daigo, but I think with Daigo for sure in Street Fighter V, it took even longer for Daigo to acclimate to Street Fighter V than it's taking Problem X. But now with the level that we see him play, look, he's the one who put Mena RD in losers.
Before top 8, right? He wasn't even seeded to have the right to meet him within top 8. It's like, hey, if you want to join, winner side top 8, you got to go through the big dog. And he ended up doing it.
Did it.
Big upset. No one would have called that prior to this event. No. I think Problem X, people were like waiting to see him prove if he can really reach that caliber that he's known for in past titles. And yeah, he's definitely shown it. He had a really amazing run this event, and now I'm concerned for everybody back in the UK, right?
Oh yes.
Brawl Mex got that confidence boost. You know, they thought maybe they could count him out for the competition, but no, he's definitely back with a vengeance.
But the player that we just brought up right there, of course, that's the superstar, the main superstar of the region, and that is two-time Capcom Cup champion Mena RD. Guys, I don't know if I've really seen a tournament where a player has that type of pressure on him. Now, of course, the way that he deals with it, the way that he feels about it, I can't speak to that. He said that he doesn't really feel pressure. It's just, you know, whatever. But when he's up there playing, the country is on his back. I'm not saying just how wherever you travel, your country's on your back. No, with that tournament being in the Dominican Republic, damn, I'm watching. Of course, I'm walking through there. Like all of us that, you know, we're invited and stuff, we're taking hella pictures with people, meeting a lot of fans. It's beautiful. It's different with him. There is completely different, man. Like we go to a random place, they know Mena RD. Go to the bar, they know who that is, bro. He's a legitimate celebrity. Mena, like, playing in that environment it's fascinating to see how strong he played. Now, this is what was fascinating. Mena RD, he beats Enden Walker. Now, of course, the crowd is rooting so hard for him and they're rooting for Kaba. But Mena ends up losing close to Gachi-kun in the losers quarterfinal. He loses 3-2 against the Rashid. This is Luke versus Rashid. The crowd is deflated. I'm there. The energy is, of course, sucked out of the room. However, you still have Kaba. And that's when you had, with the match you bring up, the Kaba versus Kakadu. It felt like an anime, bro. Because it's like, oh, man, I don't know. But then you still got Kaba, and Kaba just picks up right where Mena left off right there and keeps hope for that scene and fights all the way to Grand Finals winner side. But in the end of the day, our champion for Blink Respawn was Kakaru. And he just shows, bro, he's a super threat, man. Like, it was a blow. 6-0.
6-0. So the winners finals was as close as you could make it, and you know, the energy was high. But yeah, Kakadu, in stereotypical JP fashion, just crushing hopes and dreams for the hometown hero at that moment. But yeah, it just shows that Kakadu is he's so dominant, but at the same time, let's look at this bracket. We have Gachi-kun in there, qualified for Capcom Cup. Kaba qualified for Capcom Cup. But players like Kakadu, Problem X, Mena RD, these are all players who are, especially Mena RD and Kakadu, they've been in these positions time and time again at some of the biggest tournaments. They're still not in the cup and are still not guaranteed to make it. Even Mena RD, who's gotten so close twice now, 3 times really, with a 4th place finish in Singapore, I believe, 2nd place in France, 2nd place at Evo. They're not in the cup, but they're so strong and so dominant. So they still have their CPT events and World Warrior for their regions. So Kakadu, he has a shot in the World Warrior for Japan, and Mena RD as well as in the World Warrior for US East, and they also have their CPT events coming up, but they're not guaranteed to make it in. So it would be wild to see that these players who at every major offline showing have delivered. I don't think there's been a flub. Like, these guys have almost like a perfect record of reaching that top 8, making big, deep runs at these huge events, invitational or otherwise, but still don't have that spot. So we'll have to see how this really influences their play to come together in the moment where it really, 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 really matters, right?
Yes.
Like, these events have been amazing for both the hype of the scene, establishing their brand, establishing their presence. Like, Kakadu, I think, is so present in the scene, but doesn't have that qualification spot. So is Mena. We'll see if they can actually put it together when it really counts to get that $2 million prize pool possibility. Because, man, to have a season like that and not qualify would be ridiculous.
Devastating. That'd be absolutely devastating. And what would be even more devastating is if I did not use this platform to shout out Blink Respawn one more time, and in general the Dominican Republic FGC. I guarantee you, I promise you, you love fighting games. You're here. That means that you will love going to an event in the Dominican Republic. The energy here is crazy. The only complaint that I have whatsoever is that I feel like their genetics and style is even better than Big Hollywood sometimes when I'm walking around. I'm dressing nice and all that. I'm walking around like, dang, everybody look like they're going to an award show or something like that, man. The hype is crazy. As far as hosting, this is one of the easiest jobs that I'm ever going to do because the crowd is right there with you. They want to be hyped. They want to laugh. They want to get into it, man. So this is one of the most beautiful, one of the most amazing, one of the most electric fighting game communities in the world. And speaking of the best fighting game communities in the world, we have exactly that. One of the best fighting game communities over there in the Middle East. We've seen what they've done in other titles. And then, of course, in the world of Street Fighter, we've seen Big Bird and Angry Bird put them on the map. And now we are going to see who is going to be able to make it into Capcom Cup from the CPT Middle East. We're starting out with top 16.
Objection!
Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriamyrtin blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions.
Master, it's a work of art! It's perfect!
What to do with you now? So, shall we put him out of his misery? Time for some experimentation. I bet poison would work wonders on you. I wouldn't move if I were you. Poison's on the menu. I'm finished with you. So infantile. I have you. It's over. My own death.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah, the avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
He was obsessed, you see, with finding an appropriate vessel for this power.
Fight with all your heart!
We are supporting Capcom Cup 10 with a total prize pool of over $2 million.
It's showtime, baby! Guano takes it over Idol!
All right, you ready?
You don't want to miss it! Let him cook! Look at the damage! Look at that damage!
Now's not the time for jokes.
Your two-time Capcom Cup champion! It's Meta RD!
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Capcom Pro Tour 2023. We are going into the Middle East top 16 today, and we're going to start it off strong. I'm Jake Ryan, joined by Ultra David here. As you can see, we are going to continue moving forward in the bracket. Chun-Li may be sad, but I know we're stoked for the action here.
Very excited as always. There are some of the best players in the world here in the Middle East, as we'll get to when we take a look at the bracket. But you know that this region has big killers, for quite a long time, has folks who have, maybe had big success already this year, it turns out. If you look up right at the top with Angry Bird. I heard he won a little tournament earlier this year.
Yeah, there was like, I don't know, maybe over 8,000 people there. Just a small little tournament. Pretty good. One of the largest, most competitive brackets that fighting games have ever had. And Angry Bird was able to come out on top over the rest of the competition after one of the best instances of showmanship that fighting games have ever seen. Going to be fighting against Aziz, stepping up to the plate there. So definitely a lot on their plate to start off in the top 16 winners. Then on the other side, you have Yousef B going against Real MF right there. And that's Yousef versus Yousef, which is something we were talking about before and was quite the treat right there. Nobody hits me like me. And that's going to be a matchup you're looking forward to. What character are we going to see there?
I'm looking forward to seeing Honda from Yousef. I think that's going to be pretty cool. You guys know I have maybe a dog in that fight, but in any case, it'll be a lot of fun to watch. Then on the other side of winners there, also Nasser, Big Bird, one of the best players in the world as well. Marissa is who you're looking out for the most part. Rashid is there as well. Hammud. We're looking at Chun-Li, Luke, Ken are the characters he told us to look out for. Fan Droid has been having a lot of success in the World Warrior. DJ is the character there. And then Metlex, Jury.
Yeah.
That's your winner's side of the bracket.
Yeah, and Metlex right there, playing the Jury, very fast, rush down, wonderful dashes. You have the Feng Shui engine, so longer combo extensions, and that's going to be Metlex's favorite type of approach, especially coming from other games that has that same kind of structure, really notable for the tech they've been able to produce there. So loving what we see from Metlex. And then the loser side, you get one chance for romance here. We have Sai versus Volcano Roso, rounding out round one on the first side. And then Panther, V Wasim versus Aboud B Boy on the other side of losers getting into it. And man, again, two other players that are prominent from other games. Uchiha versus Fruit, sadly going to be a kill right there. No, there's no wishes to save you in that one. And then to round out losers, GB Amu versus Joe FGC, the legend G. That actually kind of rolls off the tongue. That is
like the name.
That is a good structured name right there.
I like the name. Yeah, and you'll notice if you paid attention on the left side of all of those names right there, those are the countries that they are living in at the moment. and we have a ton of regional variety, which I'm always very impressed to see here and everywhere else that we take a look at. It's always fun to see like where the players are playing from. And so just to tally them up, we have 5 players who are in the UAE. A couple of them are from elsewhere originally, but now are living in the UAE. Kuwait has 4, Pakistan 3, and then 1 each from Bahrain, Turkey, Saudi, and Jordan to round it out. So I think that's great. It's a huge area. It's a huge list of countries. And then in addition to that, lots of different characters on deck.
Oh, yeah.
We have a really good set of character variety here, all the way from, Ken, Cammy, Luke, characters like that, up at the higher end of things.
Oh, really?
And then way down at the bottom.
Oh,
It's so tough. Oh, Honda's there too. I don't know. That's what a... You guys, I'm obviously an up player, as you know. Marissa, Rashid, Chun, DJ, Jury, Dalsum, Guile, Blanca.
Just about,
etc.
So much.
As always, when we watch this game, there is great variety.
Yeah, and I love that too. And there's going to be a great show too, because you look at the favorites for the region, obviously Angry Bird and Big Bird, but it's been the story of leveling up the rest of the players in the region as well. You see what Meta RD has able to do for the Dominican Republic and really making that scene shine, and you're seeing that same kind of motivation because of the performances that Angry Bird and Big Bird have been able to put up. And those performances are going to come in clutch here, because not only are they fighting for a spot at Capcom Cup 10, they're going to be fighting for some prizing as well here, because in this tournament, top 4 is going to get paid out. 4th place has $500 in their pocket. 3rd place is going to get $800. 2nd for $1,200. In 1st place, a smacking $2,000 right there, $2,500, and that is a pretty penny. And if you're able to get that 1st place, then you are in the coveted 1st edition of Street Fighter 6's Capcom Cup. Capcom Cup 10 right there, over $2 million in prizing. In 1st place, we'll get a life-changing amount of money, $1 million. And I've got 1 million reasons why you should be pressing your character's strongest buttons, and it's right there on the screen. Everything's a headbutt if you think hard enough, right?
That's what I've always been saying. Every button that's dash rush in the button is a headbutt if you think about it. If you think about it. And I hope that you are. As far as the players, I think you're right that Big Bird and Angry Bird are the favorites here.
Yeah.
That said, if you haven't been paying attention to the World Warrior, it is very interesting to see that Fandroid actually ends up with 150 points tied with Big Bird.
Wow.
So Big Bird won all of the events that he played at, but didn't play in all of the events.
True.
That said, Fandroid has been very successful there. V Wasim is right past that. Aboud is there. So, we have a bunch of the players who have been having success in the World Warrior events who are in this tournament again. And that's going to be cool to see how, in that sort of ongoing series, if they can show up on this day and make it happen, because that's the name of the game here. You have to be good one weekend in order to qualify for Capcom Cup.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part too. It has to be your day. Everything has to line up, and if one thing goes sideways, it can become difficult. And like you said, with that situation for Fandroid, the times that Big Bird didn't enter, got those 50 points, got the 1st place. So if that Fandroid is able to show up again with the improvements we've made over the World Warrior process, 5 different tournaments to really develop your playstyle and see what you need to check and adjust, might be anybody's day, especially with those results. So 2nd in points, tying, even though he didn't enter the last 2, I think that's still a pretty great feat.
So again, Angry Bird, your Evo champ. That's where we're starting out today.
That's pretty good.
Angry Bird, Nasser Angry Bird versus Aziz is the first match up on deck. Angry Bird, you guys know him. Pretty good player, UAE rep. Then on the other side, Aziz, Kuwait. The Kuwaiti scene has been strong for many, many years, famously all the way back in the early 90s. They sent out some of the first reps who went on an international tournament run from Kuwait over to the U.S., over to the West Coast, to be precise, for some of the pre-Evo sort of forerunner events. They were already out there doing international work at that time. And then in more recent decades, they have still had lots of great players. I've been out there myself for Kuwait Battle Royale a few times. Always impressed at the very high level of play, and not surprised to see that there are 4 players from Kuwait repping in this top 16.
Yeah, and that's what I love about the Capcom Pro Tour and the World Warrior Series. We get to see these players come back out again, and across the world, there is so much talent, and we're going to get to hear what one of the most talented players in the world has to say here. Angry Bird had some words before getting into this top 16, and they said, I'm playing a Luke player from Kuwait. he's also a friend of mine, so this should be fun. And I think that's what's so amazing here, too, because like I said, Angry Bird and Big Bird have been doing a lot to build up the scene with their own performances. And again, friends from Kuwait showing up to this top 16, playing a pretty good player. Angry Bird did say that Luke is better than Ken, so this might be the definitive proof we need. Definitive.
We're gonna settle it.
This match settles everything.
Settle it.
A first to 2 to determine if Ken or Luke is better. And I mean, we couldn't start off any other way. Angry Bird going to be running point here, but Aziz, you know, a lot to tank, a lot of expectations on the line because Angry Bird and Big Bird are the expected top 2. I don't think anybody could argue against that.
But yeah, Aziz, I mean, again, having been out to Kuwait a few times, I remember probably most of a decade ago when he was still a teenager, people talking him up as being, you know, one of the best players in the region, and he was kind of like a wonderkin, you know, so strong at an early age, and awesome to see that he's still doing work like that, having qualified to the top 16 in winner's side. It's just the first to 2. Surely you could do it.
Anything can happen.
I mean,
one drive rush that goes into Fierce could go wrong. One wake-up DP could be the difference between a top 8 winner side and another match in losers. And anything can happen. This game is incredibly volatile, and it's how you control the chaos, I feel, that is most important. It's going to come down to a lot of different key factors: drive gauge, management, character, matchup, experience. I think playing the Luke versus Ken matchup, if you've ever booted up to rank, that's one of the first characters you run into. So not a foreign matchup at all. And I mean, Luke is definitely the tool you'd want to utilize to fight Ken. He has some of the best buttons in the game: the crouch, medium punch, the jump, fierce. Don't even get me started about the damage. And his ability to defend in burnout just across the board feels great. So it's going to be up to Angry Bird to deliver to his expectations and Aziz to rise to the occasion, I would say.
Can you tell us a fun fact about yourself? Both of them say, Street Fighter 4 was my first game. What'd you do to prepare for CPT 2023, knowing there's only one qualifier for your region? Angry Bird says, I'm already qualified. Aziz says, I slept well.
That is nuts, and we're not going to sleep on this region no more. We are in winners quarterfinals, the first match of the day for the Capcom Pro Tour Middle East, and we're not even going to see the Ken. Nope. The Cammy has come out.
I love seeing wake up crouching medium kick right there. That implies to me that they have played a tremendous number of times against each other. Oh, that was good.
Yeah, and immediately busting out. Like I said, one block DP could mean the difference, but the timing from Aziz on that crouch medium punch did not catch the drive rush, and this is where the pressure becomes so scary. You've got throw loops, you've got dive kicks. It is hard to press, and now Aziz one drive impact away.
Is he close enough?
No!
By pixels!
Yeah, and the extra
again?
Yep, there it is. And I mean, if you're not pressing a cancelable normal, you're putting yourself into a dire situation. Again, Aziz had to try to press out, was not able to find the opportunity. And I mean, first drive impact didn't touch, second time, better than the first. Ooh, again, no walking forward allowed. Aziz forced immediately to the corner.
Very compact play by Angry Bird there in the neutral, but here's Aziz getting up, burning out as well.
Yeah, I like
keeping his eye on the opponent's drive gauge. Blowing it up. This man walked how far?
Oh, double drive impact for your troubles.
They've played so many times. Come on. Look at this.
Oh, again, the third time, but again, was able to block in time because of the jab. The cancelable normal is one of the most important. You never want to go into something at 2-inch recovery. Here's the thing. Able to grab. That was so smart. Angry Bird had the level 3 in, but with the micro walk forward, you can get that grab. Pressuring up now, but the crouch medium kick, and that should be a kill here. One round apiece on the board. The only difference is going to be 3 meters for Angry Bird. Aziz looking good, though.
Yeah, I really like this match. Yeah. It's always fun to come into a region and see a match between 2 top-level players who have such experience against each other that they have conditioned each other to make wild mix-ups happen.
Yeah.
Wake up, crouch, medium kick, walk forward half the screen into 3 separate drive impacts. It's just not a common tool, but it's effective if you know the opponent well.
Yeah, on paper, your flowchart does not go that way, but again, one block BP could mean the difference, and one block super can also lead you to that same place. The level 3 does come out, going to be a ton of damage, but most importantly, going to have less than 2 bars on the drive gauge here. And Cammy's pressure is going to leave you wide in the face. That's where the name comes from. Oh, and there it is. The counter hit can't afford to hold that pressure sequence in the first game. Goes over to Angry Bird.
It's been a little less press heavy in some of the previous instances after knockdown, so I like that he changed it up there.
Didn't pay out this time, but again, if you don't know, you never try.
A little slower pace.
Yeah,
from both of them.
Man. And it's so scary to walk forward against Cammy there because of the power of the stand. Stand fierce, obviously, you have to deal. with the crouch medium kick as well, and Angry Bird is starting to apply the pressure. The delay right there.
Lovely
that. Oh, again. That's the money button. $1 million button if I've ever seen one.
It has lost the drive thrust jab, I think 3 times at this point.
Yeah, ooh, and that's the danger of pressing it against Cammy, right? Oh!
No, hold on. There's more.
Anything can happen. Whoa! Buddy. I saw
it
green.
Just looks like he's crouching, that's all, but actually he's putting the down forward, just in case.
How do you approach a woman who has an invincible reversal and is holding down back? I don't have the answer. And right now, Aziz is looking for different answers. About to burn out. That was a huge opportunity, though, that whiff on the hooligan. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it could have been a little better for both sides.
Yeah.
Jump. Each of his jumps have been anti-aired. Only a couple have come.
Yeah, ooh, tried to go for the suppressor there. Still gets the plus frames. And now Angry Bird busts out again. Every single DP has connected. Nice.
Oh, man. He's looking to end this round, and he will do exactly that.
Yeah, not willing to take the risk. I mean, you could potentially go for a drive impact reset there, but with the critical art, it's not worth the risk. Yeah. You will die off of one decision, so Aziz cashing out, but in the same position as the first game. No meter versus a fully stocked Angry Bird, and that was such a good air knuckle, knowing that Angry Bird is so consistent with the anti-airs, changing the landing timing, and now Aziz has the potential, but again,
he has been shut down.
That's huge, and the thing that's most important, drive gauge is gone. You are going to be under duress. Cammy does not stop.
Yeah, she gets right back in there.
Oh, no.
Ooh, that was great awareness.
Yeah, huge. Let's see here. Oh, no.
Brave approach, yes. Again, same decision.
R+ frames.
Getting towards the corner. Oh, still got the 4-framer. That's cool.
Yeah, that's nuts. I didn't know it was that negative. Crouch medium punch is not the answer. Level 1. I don't know if it is enough. Still has a little bit left in the tank, but the DP decides it. Like I said, one wake-up reversal could be the difference between winner's side and losers. And right there, Angry Bird was able to close it out. Very consistent. The jump forward swims right past the wake-up DP, and a quick 2-0 from Angry Bird. Aziz had some really shining moments, but it came down to Angry Bird just having the advantage in meter almost every single time. It felt like Aziz was fighting from a deficit while Angry Bird controlled the skies. So very good stuff. And I love the adaptations from Aziz. It just came a little bit too late in the set, I would say.
Always interesting to see, again, a match between two very high-level players when there's nevertheless a separation between them. I think that's the thing for Angry Bird in general. That's how you win Evo, is that, you know, there's a ton of players who are super good in this game. What's the little bit of differentiation here and there? It's consistency, it's his ability to react, it's his ability to predict well in advance. I'm thinking of things like, which you might see, him waiting for drive rush, then DP, like this kind of,
let it rip. Yeah.
That kind of thing. Like, he had seen in advance, right? And just made it all count.
Yeah, and you need all the pieces of the puzzle to put it together, right? And it feels like Angry Bird is prepared for almost every single situation that's presented. And even in the positions where he ends up burning themselves out, it still feels like they're in control. They know the desperation from their opponent. They know what they're trying to do on Wake Up, and it just did not shape up the way Aziz thought. So now Angry Bird going to be sitting in winners. We're not going to be seeing them play anymore today, so the Bird has time to rest. And there is no rest in this match because now this is what you've been looking for.
I've been looking forward to it.
This is Yousef B versus Real MF. It's Yousef versus Yousef, and it is going to be Honda, I believe, versus Luke that we have on the docket here. And tell me about this matchup, because you are the expert Honda resident here, and I am giving you the platform to talk about how Honda really needs some help here.
Oh boy, it's so super tough. Capcom, please. Capcom, please buff my worst character in the game. Look, again, you know that I think Honda is pretty good.
Yeah.
Continue to think that he's strong, and in this match, I do think that he loses, but I don't think that it's a big deal. You still have so much damage output. You still have such great corner carry. You still have great mix-ups. Defensively, there's great tools as well.
Yeah.
But that said, I mean, you know, Luke is one of the best characters in the game, and in general, I think in this game, the top tiers don't really lose.
They at worst go even.
Yeah, right. I mean, among themselves, there are wins and losses, but I think that in general, Luke mostly beats characters who are below him. I just don't think it's a blow-up. I think it's very doable.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, with the typical arrangement of offense we see from Luke. They burn out more often than other characters, I would say. Prime example, Noah the Prodigy.
Sure.
I think 3 seconds pass and that's the new Vega slide. The burnout is there. It's like a guessing game. Can I tally up the seconds? And Honda loves it when you're in burnout, and we love it when the matches start off hot. Honda versus Luke for our second winners quarterfinals match right here. Yousef versus Yousef.
Luke can definitely control in this range with the Sandblast. That said, Honda's EX headbutt is actually really effective at dealing with that from about half screen on reaction.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, utilizing the different headbutts.
Oh, interesting read. Big read comes out right away.
Ooh, again? Ah, man, this is making all the receptors in my brain fire, because this is definitely the Honda experience.
I don't know what you mean.
I think you need to
Playing
tap
against
in.
Genius?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 3 grabs,
but
can you give it up for number 4?
Of course, one of the problem. Yeah, look, you accept the tax.
Yeah,
right?
it's
You
a
accept
small
the tax of the Dragon Punch.
All is true in worlds like throw loops and deep cross-cut DPs to escape the corner. No confirm, though.
Yeah, no confirm. Real this time, getting it. He's going to be hunting for the round. No!
Uh-oh, the tap parry came out afterwards, and again, good old headbutt. Oh, win for
he's
the
really
cancel.
really trying to mix up the timings on this.
Oh!
It's doable.
No way,
It's
nah.
enough.
Ah!
Yousef landed on him.
It's surprising because Real MF, any reversal would have worked, even an ODDP, any special, just was not willing. Able to get that first round on the board. Yousef B showing us how. And again, nice. Takes the knockdown, but the miss. Yeah, the whiff on the drive rush jab, just timed it wrong. Oh, that might have been a headbutt. And it just did not come out because the anti-air would have been clean there. There it is, the chop.
Good patience. Here's a link. Real MF having to deal with this defensive situation again. He's been pushed to the corner on both sides of this stage a couple of times already.
Absolutely no check. We saw the counter hit, though, so the attempt was definitely there. This is so scary, though. Look at the critical art that is on deck, and Honda.
This is in kill range already.
Yeah. You're not allowed to take another touch. Real MF has to find a way out. Oh, no.
Mix up essentially for the game. Okay, great patience.
And about to burn out on the side of Real MF, which is all he needs. What a perfect parry. That is huge. Gonna have to cash out with at least a level 1 here to kill. Oh, no, the drop again, and now you're in burnout. Honda.
He only needs Luke to block 2 more times, to be honest. He doesn't even need to find the hit.
Yeah, because chip central. But about to be burned out. Oh, my God, the air drive impact.
Trying it.
So close. About to burn out themselves in the air-to-air. Oh.
They both had the same idea to meet in the sky. It's a scramble in this match.
Yeah. Ooh, again, nice anti-air comes out from Real MF. Taking the plus frames. And, I mean, that's one of the weaknesses that Honda has. The reversal is going to be losing to the throws. You have to be a little bit more careful sending it out. We've only seen one OD headbutt, and that was after. Headbutt into headbutt.
He has more of an offensive one, right?
Yeah, rock into rock. Plus frame? Yeah. Ooh, caught the startup, yeah.
May spend it?
Yep. Not going to be burnout, just a little bit away, but a pixel and a dream. You got to be so careful here. Oh, yeah. No blocking allowed. How do you escape? What's it going to be? Takes the hit.
I was about to say, Honda's not in yellow, so it's not that dangerous yet, but
yeah.
This is, under ideal conditions, already in kill range. It's tough for Yousef. Oh, he was looking for big stuff.
You gotta be careful.
Just patient.
A TP might come out here too. Oh man, nice. About to burn out themselves now. Jump back, escapes the butt slam.
Key jump back.
Anybody? Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
This is so scary. 0 bar as well. So no reversal super. Drive impact is imminent.
It could be.
No, but the drop caught the jump and the quick reset. Real MF getting out a dodge there.
Extremely close. If that had been just a slightly different timing, just a few frames different, that's a wall splat into the game.
Yeah. So again, wow, what a round start. A way to really, instill your will. Do not try to move forward because the meat will be delivered.
I love this, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As a meaty, a little tougher to react to.
Again, almost in burnout, so this is exactly where Honda wants you. All of the prereqs have been determined. Can you get the degree? Oh, no. Again, denied. Why are you jumping? Again, nice full extension.
Yeah, full conversion? Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Still not in burnout either, so you get one more. Great situation.
Genius.
You're looking for the low. You're looking for the grab. And he showed grab 3 times in a row, so there's no way.
No way.
No way he goes low. No way he headbutts again. You're always looking for the perfect parry. You're never asking how Honda got there in the first place.
Real. Look, it's corner pressure. It's not extremely close-up corner pressure. He's being a little bit cautious.
Ooh.
Lovely timing on the parry.
Yeah, gets the full punish with the suppressor start, too. Still stuck. What a backdash. First time we've seen him represented. Finding a way. No perfect parry this time. Yousef is finding a way. What a check. Yeah, you have to be checking those consistently.
A little different timing on jab headbutt there. Real trying to walk out of the corner.
Just become,
is he close enough?
No. A little too far. Not able to get through the sandblast just yet. Butt slam comes through. That was so deep.
Again, slower parry. Giving the opponent some different looks. Here it is. The fast one comes out again. Real goes for burnout.
Yeah, not able to pull a fast one here. Real aware. But again, butt slam not answered appropriately. Let's take the turn one more time. You gotta be so careful with looking for the throw. The shimmy comes through. Oh, it's starting. You gotta be so careful. Critical art can come out. No,
He saved it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Would have got the burnout, but not willing. And now it is set point here for Real MF.
The urge to do butt slam, overwhelming.
It is.
It's very difficult to avoid.
It is. You know, the will to keep fighting. It's hard to show up every day to work in butt slam.
Tell me about it.
See? Oh, what a jump in.
Big damage if he wants it.
Yeah, do you opt to cash out? I think you should here because you can build at least one bar back, and this will give you 3 bricks to work with.
Just casually doing like 55%.
Lowest tier character. No damage.
No, it's tough time.
No mix-ups, only headbutt. Wow, again, the check on the drive rush has
and
been
Real was
so
trying
good.
to give him a different look on that, too.
Change up the pacing. Now drive rush jab. Good old reliable. Keep the pressure going. Oh, the Y iota.
Again, really trying to give some different looks. And Real now is the one who's got to make it back. I think these must have been all the same timing on butt slam. You know, it's a mix-up butt slam. Which strength does he do? There's slightly different timings to parry, but Real's gotten them all right.
Yeah, very good. 2 throws in a row. Maybe the third one. No. Catches the cross medium punch this
2
time.
chances maybe to have ended the game in the set.
Yeah, hit confirm was on deck. You had more than enough drive gauge to drive cancel. And again, the timing.
The urge to butt slam.
Sometimes you gotta try to go for the beef. I don't
think this is gonna kill.
I'm almost certain that Memphis is inbound and the train has left for Yousef. And that is it right
the
there.
last hit.
It's always so
Jeez.
much. I mean, we saw how wild the last hit could be the previous weekend in another tournament here in SoCal. So Luke he always has one more in the chamber, it feels like. That last punch is a punch to remember, and Real MF remembered exactly how to close that one out. Spending the cash, not able to get 2 hit confirms in a row, but finds the hit, and Yousef B is going to go to losers, strengthening the case that David is trying to press forward with Honda. It is tough out here. Luke has been dominating the scene, but again, starting off with such a present Yousef with not 1, but 2 OD headbutts back-to-back, and I don't think we saw another one for the rest of the set. So maybe, you know, pulling back to that card would have been a little bit better, but it looked so good at the start. The confidence, the composure from Yousef to even fight back with no health, no gauge. But Real MF, the perfect parries was the tail of the tape.
I think that's right. I think that Yousef had a lot of great decisions offensively. Some of his conversions were very good, but he gave into that urge.
Yeah.
To try to force the situation in situations where maybe he didn't really need to. Yeah, this series, great, excellent corner pressure. But in many of these neutral situations, he put himself unnecessarily at risk in ways that Real was just excellent at taking advantage of. Here's the perfect example.
Yeah, in those
close it out.
Yeah, in those situations, changing up the tempo, changing up the times of the butt slam, and even setting up these positions where Real MF would want to look forward, look for something else, maybe go for the install, create moments where you're able to walk forward and make different mental stack pieces come together. That's where the butt slam can become even more potent, because it felt like, I don't know, you get into that flow chart of, well, headbutt didn't connect. Now I go to butt slam. Butt slam was perfect parry. Go back to headbutt. So really varying up those options a little more will be beneficial later. But Real MF is going to have one hell of an opponent to fight tomorrow. Angry Bird in the top 8 winners side. But we're still in top 16. We've got more matches to cover. We got the other side of the coin here. It is not the angriest bird. It is the biggest of Bergs that is going to be fighting Hammud here. As you can see, we have Adele right there with the Marisa, one of the best players in the world, with one of the best training partners. Who would have thought that these two guys, iron sharpen iron, would have gotten to this point? And Hammud on the Chun-Li, another downplayed character, I would say. Chun-Li is one of the strongest in the game. You know, we just saw the Japan World Warrior Finals take off. Fudo was able to get first, but we had, I believe it was Moke, get incredibly far with the Chun-Li. Sadly, not able to close it out, but this character can cook.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Excellent tools in pretty much all aspects of the game. I don't know that she has a lack, really, of anything that you need to be successful in this game. Very strong, interesting character, too. Much more tech-heavy than Chun-Li has often been in previous games. I think a lot of people are excited about that. But she's just she's a little different than she has been sometimes, but still has her classic strengths of excellent footsies, excellent projectile into walk forward, kind of thing she's had since literally in hyper fighting Super Turbo days.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of stuff's been around there forever. Good defense, good offense, good damage under many right circumstances. Strong. And then it is interesting to me that Big Bird continues to largely run with Marissa. Again, it's not exclusively nowadays. But it is typically the main for him. And just having watched him play the previous games, I was surprised initially to see him pick that character. Didn't seem to me like it was a Big Bird character. But as, obviously, he's been playing her since launch and has been killing with her, it's been great to see that he has stuck with her. I mean, by his own admission, she is volatile. Yeah. And so in a situation like EVO, where he went into it as did Angry Bird, as many people's sort of on the top list of people who could end up taking this thing. He had a character that is just not maybe as easy to be consistent with.
Yeah.
You certainly have the capability to win tons of stuff, and he has won stuff.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to big events like that, I think it's a little tougher for her. That said, in this, I think that it is much more doable in a top 16 situation where he's already in.
Yeah, and now we're actually going to hear from Hammud. We've been talking about Big Bird, but Hammud had some thoughts going into this match. Right now, it is, Hammud said, what do you want me to say when I see Big Bird as my next match? You say, you're next.
You're next.
That's it. This is
easy.
Lightweight.
About to march on through into the top 8.
Yeah,
Hammud.
You pull up into the gym, you pick up the hundreds, you just lift them, and you say, lightweight.
Do it.
Quick work.
Just pick up 100 pounds.
Just do it.
That's what I do.
Just simply boot up Street Fighter 6 and beat one of the best players in the world. It's that
Sounds
easy, right? Have you tried, just win?
Have you thought about not losing as much?
I wish it was that simple. Oh, man.
I'm glad it's not that simple. We'd be so bored of this by now if it
that's
was
a
that
big
simple,
task.
to be honest.
If you woke up, you plugged this thing, and you're like, I'm just going to win.
Today, I think I'll win.
Today, I will just do it.
Nobody would stick around, That gets boring real fast.
But what if,
I like that it's hard.
But what if you pulled up and said you were going to win, and then I say I'm going to win? Who wins? Is
That's
it like
the
back
question.
to even?
That's
I don't
the
know.
question.
But even Stevens here. Two legends on the docket. Big Bird versus Hammud. Chun versus Marissa. This is going to be one hell of a match.
Oh! I think the big separation for me when it comes to Big Bird and Marissa is the neutral game that he plays with his character is so uniquely strong. Obviously, her pressure is great. He's excellent at making that work. We're seeing it now. The grabs are coming through. The delay was there.
Ooh, nice reversal right there. The up kicks is able to find the escape. Again, you have such a hill to climb, and you put yourself in burnout. All Big Bird needs is one block string, and that's why he wakes up, jab. Every single Gladius is going to chip away, but Hammud is still finding the opportunities.
Not dead yet.
Yeah, uh-oh. One more Gladius will do it.
Yeah.
Illegal backdash.
Can't do that.
5-yard penalty.
The speed that Big Bird got into the corner right away, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, that I think that really separates him from other Marissas.
Yeah, setting the
Just
pace.
excellent neutral right away that got the corner for him. Here he's looking for the same kind of idea, same general forward movement, but denied by Hammud.
Yeah, and the walk speed from Chun and the long-reaching lows is going to be a boon to Marissa here. Not able to punish the throw. The spacing was there, but Hammud hesitated. You do not have the opportunity. Level 3 should be able to kill here. No, spinning bird kick is not the way. And now locked down in the corner again. Tooth's in, but the level 1 reversal, that was cheap on the first type reversal, but Hammud knew you have to go into the next round because we saw what Angry Bird could do with 3 bars versus none. And I don't know, those bars might not even come into play. One grab for your troubles. Another one!
So much. Oh my god.
Where are you going?
This is under the kill range.
Oh,
curly.
no!
Oh, no!
No
Just move on to the
way.
next one. Put up the number on the board. Didn't even need the super. He had a full super there.
See, I told you, the meter wouldn't be used. I didn't say which side wouldn't use the bar. It was both. It was a mutual agreement right there. Both people signed the paper. I don't know if we read the terms.
No.
That was rough. Oh, wow. Nice perfect parry. That's how you unlock the jab there. And, oh, no, the stance is just coming in so clutch. Hammud was looking great there, too, in that second round. Had all the pieces lined up, but it just did not come to fruition. Yikes.
certainly why you still play this character.
Uh-huh.
She's a strong character,
Oh, no.
Marissa, right? But you play her in part because you know that any round is doable for you. All you need is the next hit.
It takes one situation to turn the tide, and we were talking about this pre-show, the power of drive reversal versus drive rush. We see it right there. You spend the bars to cancel, and I'm already out of there. Negative on the low, and it is set point here for Big Bird.
A chance for Hammud. A little faster start for him.
Yeah, you have to be able to instill your will against Big Bird. If you let him run over and move forward, it's going to be rough because this is where Marissa can really start to fall apart. But the challenge from Big Bird, the defense, so aware, so active. You cannot just sit down and let Chun run you over.
Very interesting solution to that neutral jump.
Ooh, no bite from Big Bird there.
Uh-oh, no, you can't get hit.
Yeah, this is going to be game over. And even if you are blocking, you're going to be burnt out pretty soon, knowing that. Nice timing legs, trying to escape. Still not out of the woods. Any touch will do it. Actually, both sides now. Oh, no! The armor comes in clutch. About to be burnt out. One more touch will do it. The jump, but no punish. This can be huge. It's not a kill just yet, but you have to spend. You got to bet it all on this next wake-up. Big Bird, how do you react? Hammud, can you make it happen? Is it going to be a grab? Is it going to be a reversal? And the drive impact! But the drop, no! You had everything right.
Oh, man, that is killer. Oh, poor Hammud. What a way to go down.
No, man.
Carrying off the body into top 8 is Big Bird over Hammud.
That is definitely a set. You say, geez, that was really good.
Even if you say, as Hammud did, as he implied, it's a tough match. Big Bird is so strong, everybody knows it. Even in that case, you're not thinking like, this, Big Bird's so good, I lost him, legit. Okay, what you're thinking about is the last moment.
Yeah, that's the only. That's
a
the
very
hardest
tough
part.
situation.
Because that was, even though you were going to go into the next match with 0 bars, like that was showing hope. You got around, and it was like. It was a controlled round. You were seeing the cracks in Big Bird's gameplay where Hammud was really able to capitalize, utilizing the jump ins, utilizing the walk speed from Chun, that low forward being one of the strongest tools she has in her disposal. Just so long reaching again, just consistently checking Big Bird on the lows. And the reactions were there too. Like Hammud had these really great looks through the entirety of the set. And then Big Bird reset and tempered expectations, just back-to-back correct reads. And this is... I don't know. That's a heartbreaker right there. Yeah, we definitely got to feel all of Marissa's love there after that heartbreaker. So really good showing from Big Bird. A sad way to go to losers from Hammud. But again, having that confidence, seeing that you can get rounds on Big Bird, it's one of the favorite for the tournament, has to be invigorating. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they can really come back later in the loser side of things, because your story's not over. This can still be your day. Top 8 is going to be tomorrow, and you just have to win one match to get to that point. So I'm looking forward to more Hammud and more matches that we have coming up on the docket. But we actually have even more CPT coming in the future, because if you're enjoying the Middle East and you want to get in on the action, your region might be having a CPT coming up too, because registration is still going to be open. Asia Southeast registration is closing Sunday, November 19th at 8 p.m. PST. So make sure that you get in now. You've got 1 day left to enter. It may be in the morning here, but 12 hours is going to come, actually 24 hours is going to come up pretty soon. So Asia Southeast, make sure that you get signed up. That is going to be your chance to qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour and a chance at the $1 million. So don't miss out on that. And people have been missing out. I mean, I'm kind of hungry right now. It's pretty early, but there's been a partner that's been supporting us for a long time.
It's like 5 or 6 in the afternoon at this point?
Yeah, 5 in the afternoon.
Something like that.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us here for CPT Middle East as we're watching and thanking Chipotle. Chipotle has joined hands with Capcom. During this first year of Street Fighter 6, download the app and order some carne asada back on the grill for a limited time. Tender cuts of steak with lime, cilantro, and signature spices from Chipotle. Thanks very much to them.
And there's a lot of things to give in the community, and the community is coming up strong here too with the new Challengers tournament that we have coming up. It actually starts at 4 p.m. later today. Please make sure that you tune in at Twitch at Capcom USA, and it is going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific. You're going to have Jam and Aru walking us through all of the action, and we have multiple teams coming in, and I love it. You got Team VTuber ran by Kizzy K. I think the greatest team that we have on the docket. I love that. It's like him wrangling all the kids. They're like, no, you have to, no, this is how you do the super. It's like, but I'm going to get the model model of my character. That's going to be my new VTuber. It'd be beautiful. So
That would
I
be sick.
love the connection of all the different scenes right there. Obviously, you have the Resident Evil team. You have just about everything. So I love that this tournament is here. It gets everybody involved. And yeah, this game, its accessibility is through the roof. So seeing all these players and all these creators from different scenes come together for a amazing tournament, these new challengers are welcome. And when that sign comes up, whenever you load in the Battle Hub, it's for everybody. So please tune in 4 p.m. It's going to be a great event to follow up CPT here today. And we're going to have to follow up those matches that we just had with a little bit of a break. Get your Red Bull, get your water, maybe order Chipotle on your mobile app, and we'll see you soon because we have one more winners match to do, and then we're going to see the Sharks in loser side. So don't go anywhere. See you soon.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
No escape! Shit! Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad. I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on. I'm charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
Let's get this mission started.
is your Capcom Cup. He is your 2018 champion.
We got more Street Fighter League. I know you can smell the tension in the air.
We back in the field, back. We ready, it's time.
Ooh, punish counter.
Out of the huddle, you know that I climb. A dangerous smile, a weapon of choice from pushing the line.
Season after season, it's only gotten better.
Big Bird in trouble.
My end game is number one. Bet it all, give me my cash. Supreme game, can't stop it. Take off like a rocket. Break it back, don't bend mine. I'm the one now, you can't hide.
What an upset. What an upset.
Fight with all your heart.
This is our moment.
Nobody saw this happening. I dare you to find me better Street Fighter.
It's time to rise. This is our moment. This is our time. The time is now. It's time to rise.
It's unprecedented and unpredictable. It only gets better.
Nothing.
This is a different Chris CCH. I don't know who this young man is.
We ready whenever. The world is watching. The time is now. No other option. No other way. Play to win the way that we play.
My man looks so happy.
In front of the pack. Leading the way. It's time to reign.
Bird's momentum, his speed in general is so hard to keep up.
Into the bottom, ain't nothing to fear. We running the game.
That RD taking it down defensively against the biggest sprint that we've seen thus far.
This is the hardest season of Street Fighter League ever.
Doing it for the time.
History in the making.
This is our moment. Yeah, this is our time.
This kid is ridiculous! This kid is ridiculous!
This is our moment. This is our time.
He gives a kiss to the audience. I love that.
Who is this thing? Full fight!
Execute. You are your Street Fighter League US champion. Oh my God.
And if you try to stop me, then you're gonna pay the price. All them late nights finally paid nights. Awake in my dreams, but you can call me the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I'm focused. You know how bad I want this. I'm giving it my all. Never for this moment is golden. I control it. All eyes on me. I see I'm watching. Once I'm locked in, ain't no way that I'm stopping.
barely scratch the surface. Roll me in the rain, let me do my thing. That they hit me deal, fight it through the pain. When I'm in the zone,
I ain't never say much, but you see me up top. You see my numbers healthy, the pressure don't stop. Until I'm in the top, see the bottom seeds watch. They almost see me flop, but I'm stepping on them, watch, let them watch.
Born ready to fight. This is my
Street Fighter 6, I think it's still fair to call it a new game, even though we've had it for a few months now. We haven't even had our first Capcom Cup yet. And with there being a new game, I believe there are also new faces to some of these regions. And one of those, I believe to be our guest today, V Wasim. What's going on, bro?
Hello, guys. I'm fine. What about you?
We're doing good, man. Thanks for coming on the show. So, like Rob mentioned, new faces in the scene. So to us, maybe to, make people more informed, they might have followed your competitive history, but we've been watching the standings here for the Middle East World Warrior, and your name popped up as, one of the dominant players in the scene right now, rocking the Luke. So can you tell us a little bit about when you got started with Street Fighter? Is Street Fighter 6 your first Street Fighter, or when did you start?
Yeah, for me, I started playing Street Fighter for 5 months ago. And then
What?
5. Yeah.
Okay.
Only just 5 months of playing Street Fighter and only focusing on Luke.
Wow.
Right now, you only have 5 months in?
Yeah, right now I only have 5 to 6 months in.
You're competing with people who have 5 decades of experience. Street Fighter is a very, it's a game with a lot of legacy at this point. So to hear you only have 5 months of playing, that's actually really interesting. So you came in at the very end of Street Fighter 5.
Yeah,
were you playing Luke in Street Fighter 5?
I started playing with Kin in Street Fighter 5, then I switched to Luke. I thought he's the best in neutral game to me. His neutral game is just fit me so much, so I thought he was good for me.
How old are you?
Yeah, how old are you? What's going on here?
I'm 21 years old. I started playing fighting games since I was 17 years old.
Okay, it's starting to piece together a little bit.
You already know how to learn, and
yes, the fact that you even mentioned neutral, I was like, how are you?
Same thing. I'm like,
playing 5 months ago?
Yeah, I swear I thought the same
sense.
thing. So I'm imagining that you were super excited to see Angry Bird win Evo, of course, as just somebody from your region, but also because that means 2 spots open up in the Middle East because Angry Bird is already qualified. So now you have the tournament, and then you also have the World Warrior event. How confident are you that you can make it in the Capcom Cup with one of these 2 spots?
I'm actually so confident right now. I feel like I used so much to the neutral play in the game, so I just have some matchups to get used to it, to play it more. Then I think I will make it to Capcom Cup, inshallah.
I love the confidence. I mean, you've been speed running this learning process, though, so I can believe if you're doing 4 to 5 hours a day, that's a good chunk of time to stay dedicated and to ramp up to learn.
Y'all see it, man. Potentially one of the new faces of the Middle Eastern FGC, especially if he's able to punch his ticket in the Capcom Cup this time. Only 5 months of Street Fighter 6, and he is playing to this level. Is he gonna make it in the Cup? We're about to find out. None other than V Wasim. Thanks for talking to us, bro.
Always cool to check in with some of the players around different regions across the world as we look in across this Middle Eastern region here. One thing that I love about the interviews that they always do is, you learn a little bit more about the players themselves. That's one of my favorite things about the regionality of the CPT, is that you do get to know more about the players and the people who are all over the world. We have strong players everywhere.
Yeah, and that's I love that too, because it shows you that even if we're all from different parts of the world, we all speak the same fighting game language, right? Because you can really express yourself through the game, and all these regional differences to how we play is beautiful, right? Like, you can have regions that are defined by the players that play there. Like, I mean, when I think of Guile, I think of the Dominican Republic and how it's like, well, they had a very aggressive play style. Why are the Guile players getting so good? Because they have to stop the people playing so aggressive. And I want to see exactly how the Middle East develops too, because there's a very calculated style from the top of the Angry Birds and the Big Birds. How do you react to that? It's like you have to have a very well-oiled machine to really fight in that environment. And it's beautiful. Like you said, you get to learn more about these players from all the different regions of the world and how they play and how they understand and show themselves in the game. So super cool. Love that we have the opportunity to get to those type of matches and player insights. And we've got even more players coming up here. We have one more winners match to decide how our winners top 8 has shaped up. And then we are going down to the losers. So it is time to heat up, I would say, David, because it's the fight of their life.
Gotta do it now. Oh, I thought about reciting some lyrics, but I decided not to. I couldn't do it.
You've been struggling for years?
Thanks, man.
Through the blood, sweat, and tears.
Who's in the bracket? Let's check it out.
Oh, man. Yep.
This is going to be a cool one.
Oh, yes.
Fandroid, as I mentioned earlier, has really been doing great in the World Warrior for this region. He and Big Bird are tied in points with 150 each. Now, again, Big Bird hasn't entered all of them. He's gotten first place every time he has. But Fandroid has had a very consistent set of results, including winning first place in the last one. So I think he does come into this weekend as somebody else to keep a strong eye on in the battle here. We see him on the left side from Kuwait. DJ's the character. On the other side, Metlex, 22, UAE, Jury is going to be the choice.
Yeah, and Metlex has a history with other anime games, so going to be utilizing the Jury. Very fast-paced character. I want to see what feng shui engine stuff they've been cooking. I think that's going to be a defining factor of this matchup and how they really can batter down DJ. It's going to be controlling the gauge that DJ has, because when he has drive gauge and even if he burns out, if he has at least 2 bars, he's still incredibly safe. He has such good control in neutral. The drive rush is one of the best in the game. Sway is something you have to always be aware of. Single fireball, double fireball, feint. I could go on, but again, it is going to be a hard match. We just saw 2 DJs qualify. We went to bed, we woke up, and we saw 2 DJs qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour. Xian and Fudo. Fudo did not drop a game in the grand final. So, I don't know. DJ stonks are going up. I don't know if we can downplay any further, but we're going to be playing right now the last match of Winners Quarters we have for the day. Fandroid versus Metlex. Metlex squared. Yeah, I mean, if you're not drive rushing, then I don't think you have the drive to win.
Just getting the party going right away.
Oh, no, you're saying the party started? We let it rip a little too early.
Did he press blue trying to get Metlex to think that a drive rush was coming? If so, I love it.
Yeah. Oh, again, the Sway coming in to play here. One throw for your troubles. How many more will we go? And immediately changes it up. No throw loops for you. It is just all hands all day. Metlex down around to start off fast. Fandroid looking good.
Yeah, again, been very successful in the game, in the region, in the World Warriors. Metlex, well, had a little bit better going offensively, but not for long, seemingly.
Yeah,
oh, knocked down the corner just like that.
Yeah, so dang good. Perfect parry. You don't get the biggest punish, but it's more about relieving the pressure of that corner. And now he's starting to pop off right here. Metlex continue pressing, but a nice delay tech there from Fandroid.
Really?
Wow,
Oh, no,
yeah. I thought you could have gotten a burn here, but now burn out. Oh, you're going to have to find a way to reversal out of here. A level 3 Raw will be able to kill. But you got to find that hit first.
Already kill condition for Fandroid.
Yep. Oh, no. Oh.
No staircase into kill?
Yeah, went for the perfect parry attempt afterwards with the tap parry, thinking that Metlex was going to press. Caught the overhead. No way. The critical are kills here. Oh, my goodness. Metlex was one touch away, but the hesitation, not willing to press, means that you're pressed per round. Pressed per time. It is a 1-0 lead for Fandroid. Wow.
Well, that's one thing you say about the characters, that you can never count them out.
It's true.
Damage is always available.
Only needed one drive rush cancel with the critical art on deck, and it's hard. Like, and again, you want to be able to push the initiative. You just got your drive gauge back, but I feel like Fandroid was looking for that.
Interesting defensive choice. A couple of these choices from Fandroid, just not usual. Yeah, again, maybe trying to bait. Nothing came that time for Metlex, though.
Nice, the throw loop pressure coming in, going for the low fireball. Keep it going. Yeah. Coming at you. Uh-oh. Nice. Nah. Short half not going to work out here. And catches the neutral jump. You have to jump forward there to bait it out. Not a typical VP punish. Will beat the grab and everything else. But now, about to burn out. Doesn't have those 2 bars. Metlex needs to push the issue now. Oh, my goodness.
Very lucky for Metlex that did happen to connect.
And burn themselves out. This is rough because now one anti-air into Trouble City. Oh, well, level 1 will do it, but no, the check with the crouch medium kick.
Worried about what done there.
Yep.
Was Fandroid.
Being a little too respectful. Uh-oh. Yeah, there you go. Oh, man.
That's very expensive on the drive gauge, but it does the trick.
Yeah, early and often. No, wow. Negative frames into reversal. El Clasico. No, he did it again. That was a little bit.
Okay, I get it. That's going to work sometimes, but jeez.
Biting off more than you can chew. Got to set up the mental stack a little bit more, and this is going to be lights out for this round. Set point here for Fandroid, but the question is, how much do you have to spend? It might just be the level 1. Yeah, there it is. Boom. Set point here. Fandroid, optimal, and really utilizing the resources to the extreme.
Oh, that took us a little bit of patience defensively.
My apologies. DJ uses the resources to the maximum.
To the max.
Exactly. Again, nice. The anti-airs have been here consistently on the short hop knee. Oh, no punish in time. Interesting.
Oh, interesting defense. Again, Metlex has a very drive gauge heavy style.
Yeah, ooh. Saw the recovery of the fireball. You are not allowed to challenge there. And again, backdash. No, but the drop. Wow, what a whip punish. And this is so scary. Metlex is not allowed to make any mistakes. If you try to tech the throw, you're going to be done for. This is the one-touch situation. And the biggest piece here is that drive gauge is paused. The only way you're going to get away from here is with a super reversal. Fandroid, can you bait it? What's it going to be? But the burnout is imminent and just goes for the empty jump super. But the whip doesn't matter.
Actually doesn't say punish there. That might have been Metlex taking the old finger off the stick.
Hands off the wheel.
Thought it was over already. It wasn't quite, but in the end, it is anyway. Yeah, I understand the level 3. The idea there is that you are burned out. You could get chipped out. You're very close to it.
Yeah.
And so landing into what you hope is going to be like max out or Sobat or something like that that is intended to chip you. Instead, you land with your level 3. It's an understandable decision, but Fandroid saw ahead. And that's something that I think Fandroid did well throughout. I'm thinking back to when he blocked the button then into EXDP and then capitalized for the game. Like that kind of stuff was going on by Fandroid throughout this set.
Yeah, absolutely. And the anti-airs weren't the problem here as well. It just felt like there was a couple of moments where Metlex just did not have the right option in the moment. Like getting answered by the up kicks in that position because there wasn't a forward jump, it was a neutral jump, is quite rough. And then, like you said, reversal into reversal, very ambitious, but definitely a risk. And yeah, that was a, I would say a Hail Mary if I've ever seen one. But if it connects, then you still have a chance, a horse in the race on the winner side. But Fandroid with a 2-0 over Metlex. We have seen 2-0 after 2-0 after 2-0 after 2-0. Winners was determined in a convincing fashion. And our top 8 winner side is actually going to be Angry Bird, Real MF, and then Big Bird versus Fandroid. So we're going to get to see the matchup of World Warrior points. Who's 150 is better than the other, and it is going to be DJ versus Marisa. You know, Big Bird also does have the Rashid in the back pocket, so we might see a change in the matchup. But I think that's going to be like one of the matches I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. And we have more matches to look forward to today, so winners will be simmering for now as we go down to the loser side of top 16, where everybody has one life left, and you better live it to the fullest. Our next match is going to be Psy versus IW Volcano Roso coming up on the docket here. And like we said, a lot of character diversity we have seen so far, and we have even more coming up now. We've already seen Luke. We've already seen the likes of Ken. We've seen Marisa as well. No, we haven't seen Ken. I remember Angry Bird played Cammy. So no Ken just yet. And we're going to see what these players can do here.
Volcano Roso was really strong in Street Fighter V. Cool to see that he's here still doing work big time.
Ooh.
Looking strong. Luke for him from Turkey. Again, very strong player. On the other side, Psy. A young man compared to me from Kuwait. Love to see it. Dalsum is going to be the character choice.
Yeah, and as the game has continued to progress, we're getting further and further into the lifespan before we get to Capcom Cup 10. We have seen Dalsum really start to shine, obviously, with the likes of Mr. Crimson. We got to see top 8 of the West Coast Finals. We had Akita. You have F-Champ doing really well in the ICFCs. So a lot of Dalsum representation. And as you get more information, I feel like this character becomes that much more potent. It's like a refined tool because Dalsum, to navigate correctly, needs to understand what your win conditions are, what your typical approach is to create that defensive game plan and really establish the different stop signs, right? Until Dalsum has the worker's permit, he cannot put in the fixtures needed to navigate in these matchups. And we got to see the Luke versus Dalsum matchup. If you haven't watched it again, to tout back to the West Coast, it was Akita versus Samurai. So we got a very nice look of this earlier this week, and now we get to see it once again here at one of the highest levels because Dalsum, I do think, is slept on, is a menace, and in the right hands, offers such a level of control that is unmatched. Again, all it takes is one knockdown to have that Empire fall down, but I think Dalsum can do a pretty good job against Luke here.
Of course, Garnet already qualified for Capcom Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
With Sim. So it's already one Sim in there at least. We had, again, we always ask players to talk a little bit about themselves, about the upcoming match, and we did that with Sai. What do you got to say? Sai says, it's going to be difficult. Volcano is a well-known Turkish player with excellent history in SF5. I only assume he will get better in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, I think that's right. Again, Volcano Roso had great results there. Looking forward to strong stuff here. We also asked, what did you do to prepare? Sai says, focusing on commentating and playing casually. Volcano Roso says, nothing. So I appreciate the honesty of that.
No prep work, no notes.
No,
nothing needed.
Sometimes you just feel confident about going in and just knowing that you're going to show up and do your best.
Exactly. I mean, that's what you have to do sometimes, because preparation is always important, but you can also psych yourself out. Because if you go in and expect your opponent to do one thing because you've watched a tournament VOD, they may be playing different today. They may have prepared something else, and you might be setting yourself up for failure by subverting your expectations. However, it is important to review on your own too, because the only factor you can control going into a tournament is yourself.
That's true, but
right?
And as you mentioned, you can definitely over-prepare.
Yeah.
For a long time, I've known some top-level players whose idea of preparation is to do a lot of research in like the week leading up, and then the day before, nothing. Hang out, chill.
Nah.
That's how some people do it, man. I'm not saying that that's what you do. Jeez.
Yeah.
But that is what some people do. In any case, that's what Volcano Roso did, and we'll see if it pays off. Already down in loser's side. It's an interesting match, certainly. Dalsum has the ability to navigate around. I agree with you that he's a strong character. But nevertheless, of course, I also agree with you that he is susceptible to getting got. Pretty quick fashion. Jump roundhouse twice.
Goodness. Yeah, and all it takes is one situation for Luke.
How do you pick between jump fierce and jump roundhouse as Luke? I don't know.
Oh, man, I don't know. Do you want bacon or eggs for breakfast? Oh, wow. A perfect to start off, and it all took off from 2 neutral jumps to bait the throw. Again, Volcano Roso with a great history in Street Fighter V, and the rule was to take the throw, so Sai is, he doesn't like that. Obviously going for the throw text. Already looking better this time.
Yeah.
Drive gauge deficit here for Volcano Roso. 1 gale away. 1.
Oh, no,
fire.
the timing was perfect. Oh, unfortunately.
Yeah, nice.
Tries it again. He's hoping to bait even more grabs. Happy to see that Sai hasn't given into that yet again.
Yeah, really good text here from Volcano Roso so far, and right back at you for Sai. Volcano not out of the woods yet for the burnout. Oh, wow, what a great teleport. But the drop right there doesn't matter. Still get the burnout. But
well, he's nevertheless in a really bad spot.
Yeah, in the corner. Plus frames per days. Really? What an anti-air. Yeah, the crouch fierce.
The insistence about getting out of the corner.
No way!
All right.
Landing off the juggle. That is going to be the first game off the level 3. Dalsum is going to do everything but get up here. Yoga class is over. First game, Volcano Roso. That was an explosive finish and a very a heavy commitment, right? That is saying, you know what? I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm making this decision, and it worked out.
It's a very common media, of course, for Dalsum in that situation.
So being prepared, even if they said there was no preparation, the play speaks for itself.
The prep happens in advance, you know?
Yeah. Every day you boot up. Again, the anti-airs have been so clean. This time the tap parry not answered. The neutral jump has been a mainstay in the baiting offense from Volcano Roso.
It's much better navigation right now from Sai around jump attacks and around fireballs, all that sort of stuff from Luke. Even different timing there. Oh,
wow. Dude, that roundhouse is pretty dang good, but again,
good work.
That was
Should be able to take the round.
Yeah, the drive cancel was everything here. It doesn't even have to spend any extra bar to get it done. Sai staying alive, getting around. I think we're going the distance with this one, if I'm being honest.
Hoping to see Luke move forward there with the arch.
Again, nice. The DP on the teleports have been consistent. Recovers in time here off the dive. The tap parry. No fight. Oh, wow. The double hit from the fireball was huge here, but still stuck in the same position.
Okay.
2 for your trouble. Try to go for
Got
draw.
him.
Yeah.
Could take him out.
Oh,
That's what he's going for.
absolutely. Is it going to be 2 bars or 3? Beast mode, baby. And that should do it. 1 round apiece on the board. Set point here for Volcano Roso. Full stick of butter for Sai. Can he bring this to an even set? Or is it going to be the end of the tournament run here for Dhalsim?
When he was having success in that round, it was due to navigating well, but the overcommitment there, stand medium kick, gets him got. Here's another one. Defensive overcommitment.
Yeah.
Although an understandable one, and now Volcano Roso is very close now.
Kill range. The throw one more time, and now you're guessing for game, guessing for your tournament life, and it starts out strong. Do you critical art here? Absolutely. The burnout is going to be a boon for Volcano Roso, but your pressure has to be so tight, and it has to be clean the entire time because level 1 is there for Volcano Roso. You cannot make any mistake. The teleport is going to be so risky too because the anti-airs have been so clean. Where is it? Nice, the throw.
Yeah, I do want to see more pressure here.
Yep. Gotta be careful.
Grab, what attack?
Anti-air, but no!
Jump
the
roundhouse.
anvil.
His foot was in Dhalsim's head.
God, went right through the anvil. The Acme special was answered easily. And again, one of the best jump-ins in the game. Not only is it the jump fierce, but it's the jump roundhouse. And you said at the beginning, I mean, how do you choose?
What a wealth of options that you have.
Why not both?
I really do agree with you that the best idea for Sai was to stay in, go in. Dhalsim's capable of that.
Yeah.
You know, if you have the opponent burned out as Dhalsim, it's great to also just zone and chip them away. That's also really good, but that's in a certain situation where maybe you already have the life lead or you're not way far down in life. There, he was way down in life and needed a lot of work to come back.
Yeah, needed to find the pocket, needed to make the most out of that opportunity, and it just did not pay off. And there was a lot of moments where Sai looked in control, had great looks, the reaction to the drive impact after the drive cancel, but still was not able to get a closeout. Great meter management from Volcano Roso, and the ability to keep the throw loop an ever-present threat, not only with the neutral jumps, but the shimmies and utilization of the crouch medium punch just gave a well-rounded 2-0 for Volcano Roso. Would have loved to see that go to the third game, but Luke had other ideas. The ticket to Memphis has been booked, and Metlex is going to be the next opponent that Volcano Roso will be fighting, so Jury versus Luke. But we'll be getting there later because we have V Wasim that Rob actually interviewed previously, so if you want to catch that, you can check earlier in the VOD. Make sure you see it on YouTube too, versus Aboud B Boy on the other end here. So Luke on Luke. Violence here. Who is going to be the one to come out on top? Whose beast mode is going to be the best?
I do like Luke on Luke. I think that it's an interesting mirror match. It's a mirror match between characters who have so many different options that as a player, you can choose what kind of style you want to do. You can still really like see your personality, even in a mirror match, which is always great to see. It means that it's a well-made character. I think that's one cool thing about the Luke mirror here.
Yeah, you can play slow, you can play fast, and it's however you want to carve your own destiny. And V Wasim had some ideas of how he's going to carve his destiny going into this. I wonder how he's feeling. What does he have to say about this mirror match? And it is this. Aboud is a really good player. Our sets are always close. I guess I'll do my best to win. And in a mirror match, having close sets is always good because then you can see what you can improve on, what you can take from the other player, and maybe what they're taking from you. So has good expectations, knows what's on the line, and knows how the previous matchups have gone. So I want to see how Panther Wasim is able to make it happen because this is the time to play. This is the time to shine in the Luke mirror.
Tell us a fun fact about yourself. For Aboud, SF4 was his first fighting game.
That's awesome.
Cool. That's awesome. I think that's the case for many of us.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe I shouldn't have said us. Many people.
Why would you? What do you think my first fighting game is?
Street Fighter 6. And for
wow.
and for V Wasim, the reason I say that is he says started playing Street Fighter 5 to 6 months ago.
Oh,
that
there
is
you
actually
go.
incredible.
And you're in the top
That's
16
what I'm saying.
in the Middle East.
To go from that short period of time to being one of the best in the region is actually incredible.
Who is Rue from Streets?
That is very, very good work. Congrats on that already.
Love that.
But still, you would love to do even more, naturally.
Yeah.
Get into the top 8 if possible. That's still going to take a couple of wins at this point, starting in loser side of the top 16. But that means that it's doable. I love that, though. I mean, it's rare to see somebody pick up a new game, even if you have fighting game experience.
Yeah.
Rare to pick up a new sort of game or new series and find success to this degree within just half a year.
Yeah, getting to the top 16 is no small feat. And I mean, with Street Fighter 6 having so many new players come in, we might, getting to see that more. It's beautiful, like you said. And now a beautiful matchup right here. Pink versus the cargo, the orange cargo
Orange,
pants.
I guess?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm loving the colors here.
I really like the right one, to be honest. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm about
Luke,
it.
In my opinion, Luke has some of the best colors in the game.
Absolutely.
I really like Luke's colors.
Yeah, he definitely had a glow up right here, and it's going to be a blow up in the corner. 2 throws for your troubles.
Oh,
V
throw up in the
Wasim.
corner.
Oh, 3. Give it up for number 4. Nah, 4 is too many. That is
Grow up.
That is the breaking point. Yeah, that was rough.
That's how it can go sometimes. That's all right. Just one round. Not worth getting upset over if you are V Wasim.
Really navigating
Keeping
here
it
well.
slow.
Yeah. I'm loving the sandblast game.
Beautiful.
And immediately after seeing you turn green, that crouch medium punch, but the drop again on the knuckles.
Yeah.
No sandwich today.
The slow movement towards the corner is really the intention for V Wasim. It's denied right away. Now you got all that space in front of you.
Call that a
very
back.
little behind you.
Call that a back throw incident. No check on the driver this time. A little bit too close for the crouch medium punch. Maybe a jab. Would have got the jump. Oh. Again, plus frames. Anti-air. Goes to the crouch fierce. It's not close enough.
No.
There it is again. Oh. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. It's time for you to die. A round apiece on the board.
Great reaction. Obviously understanding the potential problem there. No anti-air, yeah, whereas Aboud has been consistent.
Especially in the mirror match, you need every piece of the puzzle, and if your opponent is having these looks, and you haven't been able to present them as well, it's giving them an opportunity, a pocket, to really pressure.
It's such an interesting style from V Wasim. He is not overextending at all. In fact, his style, I would say, primarily is kind of slow and reactive.
Ooh,
and maybe that's part of why that works. You just don't expect forward movement like that. All of a sudden, the DI from somebody who has been so patient.
Yeah, the spacing that he's been controlling has been so good for V Wasim. Just staying out. You can't jump. You're not able to reach me with my crouch forward, or my crouching medium kick, or crouching medium punch. And now it's a one-touch situation. Critical Art is on deck, and that suppressor may be the game changer here.
Yeah,
Huge
it was that
Critical
different
Art.
timing. It was a different look that V Wasim wasn't quite expecting.
Oh, this does so much.
Ooh.
God, that is a lot.
Look at the yellow up there. Chill out, Luke.
60% off. But again, now it's going to be 3 bars on deck. The drive impact immediately right as the burnout came. And Aboud B Boy stunting on him. First game closed out. That was so good. That was the perfect drive impact timing because you're not expecting it. They're like, maybe I can react with a parry. Maybe I can drive impact back. But just hits the wall running.
Yeah.
Oh, no punish on the shimmy. V Wasim playing a little too reserved. Walk back a little too far.
That really is the primary style for V Wasim.
Yeah.
I would love to see a little bit more offense. Here's a chance.
No, the spacing was just wrong. The knuckle does not connect. Almost in burnout. But this gives Aboud B Boy a little bit more time. 1 throw for your troubles. How many more will it be?
Hey, okay.
That was good.
Underneath, this gives V Wasim the corner. Now the question is, will he take advantage of it?
You gotta. Plus frames come out. Even though you get a little bit gauge back with the parry, the escape has been clean. Anti-air again.
Oh, no.
Full reliable. Beast mode immediately. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be super close. I think it is.
All right.
Last hit right there. No jokes about this. No kidding here, Luke. It is set point here for Aboud B Boy.
This reactive style that we're seeing out of V Wasim is no longer really cutting it. Yeah, Aboud is mixing it up a little bit differently, both with hit and also with grab in his drive approach. This time just the footsie's starter, and all of a sudden it's the corner right away. Big read.
And it starts off with the back heavy kick, but the drop right there too, giving V Wasim another opportunity. And medium kick not finding any dividends. Let's see. Nice! Caught the start of the sandblast, immediately cashing out.
If we could see more of this,
yeah,
and less of the reactive style, maybe we'll see a little bit more success for V Wasim. I would love to see strong corner pressure here.
Nice sandblast overhead come through, and you just have to have unlimited plus frames with that tech. Slowed down everything that's coming through. Big stun.
Yeah, walk to get a little bit of meter, and then V Wasim should be able to take this, barring error.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Charge knuckle does pay off. And now...
Okay, go into it. Look, again, I'm glad that he really took advantage of that corner situation. I would love to see more of that.
Oh my god, the double whip throw. Whipped it a little bit early, and, you know, V Wasim trying to tech. Just a little bit too short. And it may have been an error from Aboud, but it turned out to be a reward. Nice anti-air again, not this time. Yeah.
The anti-air, they'll never expect you to jump again.
Sometimes you just gotta go. Maybe 3 times, another throw. No, this time only going for 2.
Mixing up pretty well in the corner. That was much stronger.
Oh, the spacing was too good. Immediately drive rush into the beast mode. Gonna be burnout here. V Wasim trying to take us to a game 3, the first one of the day. Critical Art is available. The throw comes out, and it was enough. Normally in that situation, if you're looking for the drive impact, you want to block first, then you can buffer and react. Because if you wake up with the super, they might just bait it and you'll die. So, yeah. I mean, I can fully understand that happening. But again, first game 3 of the day, V Wasim finding the pocket. And like you said, it came down to the burnout pressure.
Definitely looking stronger when it comes to his own offense. Big part of this. And for the first time, really, starting off his own pressure more actively from Footsie's range.
Yeah, establishing a lead, being comfortable at zone 0. Oh, wow, that drop is unfortunate. But again, the anti-airs have been so dang good from Aboud. Not going for the DPs, though, so it's not the most damage in the world.
Yeah. Plus, really what he cares about is maintaining the corner, and since he has that, he's able to pressure well.
Oh.
Right back in there. Where you go? Come on.
You paid for this lease. It is a 12-second lease in the corner. You can't get out no matter what. But back at you. I'm the landlord now. No anti-air this time. Crosscut was not present. This is huge. Beast mode will most definitely get the kill here. Last hit. The sweet chin music. Set point again for Aboud.
Great little conversion. And even though he got put into the corner quickly, his defense and his offense were nevertheless good, nevertheless strong.
Yeah, Aboud has been so clean with the techs so far, and Wasim has not found a great pocket. And now back to the corner. Aboud with the bust out. First ODDP we've seen other than the first game. Yeah, this is rough. Gotta watch out. Again, the throw comes in. You have to be so careful because drive impact could potentially come, but the stand light kick into the full confirm is going to be lights out. No! Doesn't matter. Shimmy Hendrix closes out strong. Grit your teeth. One more throw for your troubles. Aboud B Boy giving us a 2-1 there. A nail biter for sure, but V Wasim was not able to clutch it out there. What a great match. I love watching the mirror, like you said, because it really comes down to how can you maximize the character and what are you putting on the table that your opponent is not. And I feel like Aboud he was more well-rounded there. He had all the options on display. It wasn't just the anti-airs. It was changing up the pressure during drive rush. The throw loops were precise and just was not afraid to continue pushing the envelope, I would say.
Sometimes in the mirror match, you may have a style that's successful versus other characters, but specifically in the mirror match or versus some types of people who like playing in the mirror matchup, your style may not be as successful. So for a V Wasim, I understand that playing a more reserved, neutral style can be really effective for Luke in lots of matchups. The way that Aboud was playing, I think did a great job at overcoming that. Just insisting, here's a great example, that he just insists about getting out of the corner and getting right back to where he wanted to be. Whereas that same kind of like insistence didn't really come from V Wasim quite as often. When it did, he had success.
Yeah.
It just wasn't quite as frequent, and so Aboud is the one who moves on.
Yeah, choosing that the lower variance play of staying like a little bit further in the corner just to control like with your small pokes with the stand medium kick and then the anti-airs with the crouch heavy punch, it'll work out. But when every single time Aboud was getting that touch, it was 40% off, 50% off. Even if you're playing the low variance play, all Aboud has to do is hit those 2 hits. And then once he controls the corner, we saw what he was able to pull off. So wonderful showing from V Wasim there. Aboud is going to be moving on and 1 away from a top 8 berth here in the CPT Middle East. We still have more losers matches to cover, but we have even more tournaments that have been going on. I know that we had some results earlier because the World Warrior is getting closer and closer to the finals. I want to shout out the community because there's actually a spreadsheet that we've had delivered and it has updated every single time. I believe it is Super Young. Thank you for updating that spreadsheet of every World Warrior performance, and it's just going to keep on getting even more intense. We just had Shen and Fudo win their respective finals, and we are going into even more finals. More Capcom Cup competitors are going to be determined as these finals close out. I know that we have Midwest coming up too, and I believe Canada East as well. So more on the docket, more to see. And actually, I believe, Shen just won C. So
yeah, and
keep on the lookout.
France will be this weekend as well.
Wow.
If you want to see the whole list of spreadsheet items there, just on Twitter, go to super__Yan. She's put up a great spreadsheet that has all the stuff going on. It's been a blast to watch. and tons more action will be happening as we just mentioned. Please check that out. Something else to check out, very cool thing here is the Buckler's Boot Camp, a free game-linked mobile-friendly website packed with features supporting your enjoyment of Street Fighter 6. I use this pretty often myself. We've talked about this in the past. The frame data that's on this site is very helpful if you're a competitive player, but there's also tons of other stuff that's on the site as well, including some friends stuff, some clubs, ranking info, and more. There's lots of other information on characters, on in-game events, on rewards, on updates. Just a lot to do over there at Buckler's Boot Camp, so please check it out and make the most of your Street Fighter journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything you need to enjoy Street Fighter 6, and yeah, frame data is available for everyone. It's sometimes it's a construct, but
it matters. It really
matter.
does.
It does.
You have to know it so that you can then break the rules.
Exactly. You cannot break the rules unless you know how to follow them and how everything is supposed to function, because then you can start to really break it down. As we been breaking down these matches, we've got to go into another break because we've got more loser side action to decide what our top 8 is going to be for tomorrow. Only one life remains for these players, and it's the fight of their life because a Capcom Cup 10 spot is on the line, and make sure you stay online because we will see you soon as we get through the rest of Middle East.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah. The avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriamyrtin blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions.
Master, it's a work of art! It's perfect!
What to do with you now? So, shall we put him out of his misery? Time for some experimentation. I bet poison would work wonders on you. I wouldn't move if I were you. Poison's on the menu. I'm finished with you. I have you. It's over. My order's death. Let's do now. Here, there, then here, and... My magnum opus! Is my poison kicking in?
Street Fighter 6.
ここは何ですか？プレッシャーなんですよね。インパクト返しますよ俺。マジ絶対インパクト返します。インパクト絶対返す。あ、やめてください。でインパクト返したいの俺。インパクト打つよ。インパクト打って。インパクトか。どう？もう無理。投げ。ドーンみたいな。急に来た。そう。急に来た。こういうことなんですよ。要するに画面端でドライブインパクトって相手が一番警戒するじゃない。はい。それなのに。対の選択肢、例えば歩き投げとか、こうどんどんこう削っていくような動きとかが多分ないんでしょうね。でこういうのをいっぱいやった後に いっぱいやってこれやって返されたら
相手がうまいってね。
偉いって言えばいいんですよ。
それはそうかもしれない。
で逆に言うとドライブインパクトを当てたいイコール相手が食らいたくないってことだから、他の選択肢が1割増で当たりやすくなって。
確かに当たりやすくは絶対なってます。
お得な状態なんで他の選択肢をいっぱい打った方がいいですね。はい。
Never fear losing. And when I get up in the game, y'all be improved. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm going forward, then you talking.
Yeah.
Y'all already know.
You know what time it is.
I belong in the top spot, number one.
Hope you ready for the fight.
Reign supreme.
Put 'em up, let's go.
Number one, yeah. I've been landlocked, training for this moment my whole life. Cold nights, in the rainy days, hope I get mine, spin mine. For the accolades in the empire, I need that title in my possession.
Once
There ain't no
again, it's
other.
on, it's my time to shine bright. And if you try to stop me, then you're gonna pay the price. All them late nights finally paid nights. Awaken my dreams, but you can call me the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I'm focused. You know how bad I want this. I'm giving it my all. Never thought this moment is golden. I control it. All eyes on me. I see I'm watching. Once I'm locked in, ain't no way that I'm stopping. Clocked in. It's time to put in work. Go berserk. I'm in my zone until I'm first. Believe me when I say nobody can see me.
The Capcom Pro Tour World Warrior event is coming into its final stretch, and we actually have our very first qualifier out of this program. Mike X has qualified through the Canada West World Warrior Regional Final. I mean, I want to say dominating fashion, but I don't think that really emphasizes just how dominant this was. This was, do we have a term for a perfect tournament? A clean sweep? No games dropped? We need a term for that.
Like, we have something for OCV. We need to have something for somebody just going through and smoking the whole tournament. You got to think all of these other players, this is one of the most important tournaments, if not the most important tournament of their lives, trying to get into Capcom Cup, $2 million on the line. And Mike X just said nah to every single person. Absolutely dominating the competition with that Ken and that loot. Congratulations to you, my brother. And I just want to make sure we give a shout out to Nate Banks for being that runner-up in grand finals with Marissa. Almost had our first Marissa in Capcom Cup, but not quite yet. At least there. Can Big Bird do it? That may change things. But I do know one thing. We are officially at that point where all of our World Warrior finals are happening. It's exciting. And the winner of these events make it in the Capcom Cup. You get second, third, or whatever. You get some money, I guess, but it ain't a million. It ain't a milli, Brian. You get me. Make sure you guys are tuning in to all of these World Warrior events to see who is going to punch their ticket in the Capcom Cup.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Capcom Pro Tour 2023. We are here in the Middle East today for the loser side of Top 16, as we have already determined our winner side of Top 16. I'm Jake Ryan with Ultra David, covering all of the action today and tomorrow to determine which of our players will be qualifying for Capcom Cup 10 and a chance at the $1 million. We've had so many great matches so far, and Losers is only getting more exciting as we finish the first round of Losers and get to see our players who lost in the first side of Winner's side step up to the bat again.
Check out the bracket here. We have 2 more matches in the first round of Losers side. We're going to be going to Uchiha versus Fruit. After that, Amu versus Joe FGC, the Legend G. Can I be honest? That's my favorite name.
It's pretty good.
In the top 16.
I
really like it.
It is pretty good. It rolls off the tongue. I feel like I have
got
to.
a nice rhyme to
I got to rhyme again afterwards, but I don't think anything rhymes with Metlex other than Metlex. So we're going to be seeing that match.
We gave it to you. There it is.
It's right there.
There it is.
No.
Uchiha versus Fruit is where we're going to be starting off here. Head over to the players in this. 2 players who have a lot of experience against each other, not just in Street Fighter, but in other options as well. And in Fruit, we have somebody who, I remember hearing about, many years ago at this point. I would want to say a decade ago.
Wow.
Quite a long time ago, as being a really strong player in the region. So really cool to see that he's shown up here as well. In Loser's side, yes, but still definitely in there.
Yeah, and Uchiha has transitioned pretty well to Street Fighter 6, obviously one of the younger players in the region, and playing the Cammy. So definitely a character that rewards that type of reaction, that type of fast play that you would like to see. Great walk speed, wonderful pressure. Don't even get me started about stand fears. Don't get me started about the pressure that Cammy is able to apply with it. Don't look at me like that, David. Everything's a headbutt.
Honestly,
everything
it is.
Is Spiral Arrow a headbutt?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, it's a headbutt. What if
it's like the
was
chart,
just,
the
it
alignment?
just got through fireballs.
Like, oh wow, that would be amazing.
What if?
Yeah.
Blanca's the choice here, as we were talking about. For Uchiha, how'd you prepare? I played and stuff. Sweet. For Fruit, ranked practice and watching CPT events worldwide. That is somebody who's doing homework.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think we got the right answer on the homework there for Uchiha. Found the hit off Drive Rush and just sadly missed the confirm. Went for a grab, but on hit, you were definitely more than enough plus. And Fruit is starting to show us what Blanca is able to do. What a jump back.
Punish.
Yeah, this is looking rough. No bar, no paddle, and you are stuck. This can be a kill here. Little Blanca-chan. Yeah, absolutely. It's not even a question.
Oh,
no, it is a question
It's
now.
a question. Turned out.
Oh, wow. And the perfect parry.
Oh, no. Could all go downhill.
You have the level 1 to work with.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
no, the shimmy turner. Block? Nah, that was a grab. What a wake up from Fruit. Utilizing the level 1. Willing to spend the resource. I mean, if that is whipped, you get drive impacted and you die. But hey, you know what? Put everything on the table. The fruit flies can't eat all day, can they?
Oh man, a little stare down in situations like these is always difficult to know how to approach as a player.
Absolutely. Ooh, counter hit right there. Tried to challenge on the spin knuckle. A little bit too slow. You can try to sneak it out there with your 4-framer. But it is hard. Ooh. Nice. Punish counter. A little bit too high on the dive kick. Lightning Beast. This is when this character really starts to come online. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but the whip.
Man, I would have pressed buttons too.
Yeah, still got one more piece of the Lightning Beast. Gonna see how this pays off. Are you gonna cash out on it? No, just lets it run out, but the up ball. Love that. And now burnout for Uchiha. All you have is a super to escape, and it just does not come out.
Well, we've been here before.
Yeah, we saw what happened before. I said it wasn't a question. This time, we have turned the Scantron in. There's no getting it back. Fruit with the first game on the board over Uchiha. And, I mean, there was an opportunity to react there. He had three bars, just wasn't able to find the reaction. Maybe Uchiha a little bit flustered. Blanca can be incredibly oppressive, worrying about all the pieces of the mental stack. You have the command grab. You have, obviously, Lightning Beast to worry about, drive impact, you name it.
Sure, regular frame traps, got a lot of stuff.
Ooh!
Here we go.
God. About to burn out, but doesn't
Into the
matter.
boy.
The little man.
Lovely whip punish. No. Okay.
Oh, that was so good. Got the start of it.
Yeah, just happened to be pressing down medium punch.
Yeah, and I like the spacing there on the spiral arrow from Uchiha, because even if it was blocked, you're not going to get punished. So it's full range, but it doesn't matter. The pain is coming. Oh my god, the burnout. Pixel in a dream.
This is now... Okay, wow. Key medium punch.
The Matium.
Match point Fruit.
Yeah, Fruit is starting to run away with this one. Had to spend the bar to get it done. Tried to go for the anti-air there. Just didn't even get counter hit. A little too slow. Uh-oh. Wow.
Hey, that was cool.
Drive rush
little
jab.
stagger timing.
Yeah. Wow.
Big read.
And in those shimmies, you got to be so careful. You'll see the highest level of camis, like Punk. They'll go crouch. They'll go down back after going for the shimmy to stop that from happening. And didn't get that from Uchiha. Got the toast check, but Fruit still about to burn out. No perfect parry this time. Lightning Beast can activate, though. And you get different properties on the Blanca-chan, depending on how it touches. But the dive... Oh, man, the ball was answered excellently, and that is a round on the board. Uchiha. I never see anything beat that Blanca ball. That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, that was great. Yeah, difficult to just pressure him like a normal character, considering that every Blanca would love to do jump back EX ball.
It's like, it hits a certain part of the brain receptors.
I get it. We talked about the irrepressible urge to butt slam. It's the same thing for Blanca players and doing wake up, jump back ball.
Yeah,
you can do it now.
How I learned to stop worrying an up back ball. That is definitely the mantra you need playing. Same thing with dive kicks. Oh my goodness!
Jump light to the other side. It is bad news now for Fruit. And Uchiha is gonna be hoping to get through into the next game. He does exactly that 1-to-1.
That was really good. I mean, the thing is, Uchiha noticed that Fruit has the reaction to get the level 1 out to deal not only with the grabs, but the potential drive impact. So goes for the reset during the combo, you know, catches you sleeping at the wheel just a little bit, because if you, in that situation, you can be buffering. It's about the only thing you can really do there. And then once you're blocking, you got to guess for the throw or the drive impact. But again, Uchiha finding that pocket, gets the reset, and takes us to our second game 3 of the day.
We haven't seen too much insistent offenses. That was just Fruit actually drive canceling forward. It hasn't really been his go-to. I love that we're seeing a more intentionally offensive style to start this game.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's much more offensive.
Yeah. No way! Not exactly sure what we were going for there, but it is going to be so close. He's there again. It's that boy. What'd he do? He gets the kill.
It's match point Fruit.
Can I pet that dog? No, you can't pet the Blanca Chan.
No.
It is not a feature.
Blanca can.
He can pet.
Kind of.
Yeah, he puts him out.
As he's like rolling over him in Lightning Beast, he like puts his hand out and he activates.
Yeah, he makes sure
That's
that
how
he's
it
in a
works.
good spot. But again, not in a good spot. Drive gauge wide, but it doesn't matter. Up back ball. The will to keep fighting Lightning Beast. Even though you're in burnout, you get to continue your pressure.
Yeah, I mean, him going into burnout if he has 2 bars is definitely less of a cost than for others.
Uh-oh. 2 throws for your trouble. First one came off the hooligan. Plus rank. Wow, you challenged? Nuts. And you get the extra property? No.
Sick. That was great.
The deepest of sweeps and the shimmy to boot. Goes for it. Didn't have the bar because of the Lightning Beast. And that's more than you could chew right there, Fruit, because now you're looking battered and bruised. We might have to throw the bananas out. Set point here, both sides. Uh-oh. Oop.
Think back to the round that Fruit won. It was him starting out more offense. I'd love to see a little bit more of that. If he could get it going, he does dash in. That's the idea here.
Lockdown once again. Healthy drive gauge on both sides here, and Fruit is just playing it slow, waiting for a little bit more resource to come back. No bite on the shimmy, but no confirm. You can't leave that on the table, especially at this point. And catches! I believe that was the crouch. Medium punch is going to be massive damage into the corner. I'm looking for a drive impact. I'm looking for a command grab. We haven't seen it just yet. You have to be so careful over at his block. The pressure, unrelenting, able to parry in that situation. One touch, one moment. You have critical art, but it's nothing. The counter hit to close it out the stand. Light kick, more than enough, and Fruit able to do it in that last round. That was highly contentious, I would say. And Uchiha, sorry, you failed the village. There's no going back.
Very good work by Fruit.
Yeah.
Again, I really like that he mixed up his approach. We saw him have success earlier with, a little bit more neutral-based approach. In that final game, what he needed was a little bit more offense, and he brought that back in the final round. Did great work. But sometimes you also get lucky. That's what happened there too, is he happened to be doing jump fierce as Uchiha happened to be pressing the crouching normal, and did a great job to Fruit at really taking big advantage of that.
Yeah, sometimes it does just work out. And there was a couple key moments too where Fruit had the correct reaction, dealing with the throw while in burnout, where when Uchiha was in burnout, there was just a couple of key misses in that first game. Obviously had the critical art available, had the level 1 as well. Either would have worked and just did not have it. And here again, utilizing their own drive impact in an incredibly strong way, which gave them this second game. And I mean, yeah, like you said, that's another.
You get lucky a couple times.
It's all it takes. Your mistake, my reward.
I really like this series right here by Uchiha. This was him maybe being able to kill if he spent all bars, but he saw that there was no defensive choices against a DI and got the kill that way. But again, couple of errors for him. Maybe just not even an error, you would say, in doing crouch medium punch. He just happened to be pressing it at the wrong time and got jumped in on into big damage. But
yeah,
that's how it goes sometimes. And Fruit is the one who moves forward to play against Yousef B in the next round. We have one more loser's side round 1 top 16 match, and that is where we're gonna head now. It's Amu versus the Legend G.
Yeah, looking forward to this match here. And to touch on that last moment of the last match, I saw in the replay, I saw the OD flash, so I think it was a super attempt, but a misinput at the end of the day. But no inputs have been had just yet. Game bird Amu. There's so many birds in this tournament. 3 birds to be counted, and Amu is going to be playing the DJ, and on the other side, Jordan FGC, the Legend G on the Marissa. See what they can do. Please stay tuned, because this is going to be a match to remember. And this is a match that I actually don't get to see as often. I mean, I think the latest time that I have seen it is Shuto versus the likes of Fudo or Yamaguchi. Obviously, Street Fighter League Japan has been a great place to see Shuto shine. And this is going to be a good one here, because Marissa could have a pretty hard time in this matchup. But as Big Bird has said, all you need is one to sit. All you need is one opportunity, right? And you'll do 80%, a couple pokes here or there, real hard work.
Yeah, I mean, that is the design of that character. I think it's a really cool design. That's true. That can be a little bit volatile for the opponent and for you sometimes as well as the player. For Amu, what was your first fighting game? Street Fighter V?
That's good.
That's where it began.
Yeah.
And for the Legend G, I grew up playing Street Fighter. I've been playing since I was 10 years old. Also very cool to get a look at the Jordanian FGC. They're represented by Legend G, Pakistan on Amu's side. What'd you do to prepare for CPT? Amu says struggle and hard work.
Ooh.
Looking like he is prepared coming into this thing.
Yeah,
oh, lovely crouching jab, actually, to trade. That was key in that situation. Could have died otherwise.
Oh, man, it's not coulda, it's shoulda.
Wow.
And
there it is.
Yeah, would have been nice to survive a little bit longer in that first round. Joe FGC, the Legend G, is having a rough time to start, but that was so good. And then the drop afterwards. Amu is coming out on top, and again,
out of there.
A couple of mistakes, couple of
very
different
intensive play.
Yeah.
From Joe FGC, Amu takes advantage.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Oh, no.
Recovered in time by the double boom.
Okay.
And the
Denied.
perfect parry. Yeah, this is
actually
looking
rough.
rough. Anyway.
Oh no!
He had so much more bar. Nice, the stance up. Now, yeah, you're done for it. Can't, yeah, that's checkmate.
Well, what's good about that, too, is that it's possible maybe have to done like another button or a special in between, but you risk then giving the opponent enough drive gauge meter that it wouldn't have gotten the chip go. So I like it. It's good choice.
Absolutely. And Amu immediately busting out, not letting the Legend G getting any pressure. And the thing that's so scary here, too, that the Legend has been having a problem with is as soon as you go into burnout, if your opponent gets the initiative back, then Marissa can't really do much without meter. And oh my goodness, this is where you want to be. Wow, oh no. This is the worst possible situation. Everything Marissa uses loses here to grab.
Yep.
So you're going to see it once, maybe twice. Oh, wow, nice tech. Oh! That was such a smart Gladius. Goes straight through the armor of Drive Impact.
She can contend better than most characters even when she's burned out in those situations due to the armor.
Yeah, the armor from the parry, the armor from the Gladius. A lot of great options. But again, that's the same mistake we've seen twice here from the Legend.
Out of the corner.
Ooh.
No. Attention was to move even further out of the corner. Nope. Denied. Amu. Oba. No.
Yikes. About to burn out as well. The overhead does not connect, which means it's a punish. And another burnout situation. No, the fireball was not the option.
Joe FGC, the Legend G, betting it essentially on this round to spend 2 bars there. You know, you get out of the situation, but you are nevertheless still in a bad spot.
It was a risky investment. What a whip punish into the full conversion right there, too, on the charge. Gladius immediately going to be level 3. Okay. Not burnout yet. But again, only the 1 bar to escape, so it can beat strikes, but Pro could be in your future. We've already seen what Amu has been able to present. Goes for the sway, and the jump out was massive. Now, this is where Joe the Legend FGC can make it happen in the corner. No punish. Interesting. Yikes.
All these individual hits are adding up.
No.
Oh, no. Could have been the end. Whiff punish EX up kicks is going to be it as Amu moves forward from Pakistan. The Legend G, Jordan, not going to work out for him.
Yeah, still love that Jordan had that representation here, too.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, Jordan FGC, the Legend G with the Marisa. A couple of unfortunate pressure sequences there where it just did not connect with the Marisa, which gave Amu more than enough mileage to really close out. And, you know, a statement of a finish with the OD up kicks, right? It says, all right, this is how committed and how confident I am in this connecting. If it's blocked, I mean, so it goes. But able to make it work out. Amu with another 2-0 on the board. Legend G's run here ends at top 16. Nothing to be upset about. Still an amazing performance that we were able to see here. So you have done your region. You've done your region proud. You've done Jordan proud, and continue playing, man. I really mean it because you've got great promise, and Amu's going to get another opportunity to move on to that top 8 potentially. But we're not there just yet. We have another match coming up here pretty soon.
Metlex.
Yeah.
Metlex versus IW Volcano Roso is where we're headed now. Taking a look here at the 2 players. Who we have. Turkey for Volcano Roso, UAE for Metlex.
And we're seeing a different look here for Volcano Roso.
Yeah,
we
that's
talked
right.
about it earlier. We're going to be seeing the Guile currently be hovered. And I love Guile into Jury, actually, because Jury's whole game plan is controlling the pace, get in, make sure that you start your pressure, and then also just really make it so that the space is yours, not only the air, but the ground. With your amazing dash, you have the DP, which is, it's so easy to input, right? Super good. She has like plus on so many different options, and Guile is the wall, right?
Yeah,
so anytime Jury wants to move forward, you have upside down kick to work with. You have sonic booms, obviously. You have you have the trap he can set up as well. It's like, oh, if you want to go through here, you have to go. Do I throw another boom? If you try to sweep me on this, I can wake up with OD flash kick, and then you get absolutely smoked. What's it going to be? Round 2 losers to determine who moves on to top 8 loser side. Metlex versus IW Volcano Roso. And it's going to be Guile with the immediate drive impact to start off. And not what you'd expect from a guy. I'm not going to lie. Oh, no.
Yeah, it is a pretty active Guile style so far. Oh, maybe not. Backing off, there's the wall that we're talking about.
And it's that perfect spacing, too, where if you get the jump, it's going to be hard to get over the boom, depending on the timing, and then blast kick is looming in the back. So far, no perfect parries to be found, and Metlex doesn't have an answer.
They're all different boom timings. All suddenly, they're all slow.
Oh, yep.
And Volcano Roso had known that he set it up. Pretty sweet little setup right there. Gonna do it on EX juggle.
Yeah, that Sonic setup was way too good. Gotta go fast. Volcano Roso with a perfect off the start, and the anti-airs have been clean overhead. Wow, it caught the jump. I think that was what we saw there. Yikes, yep, nice reaction there from Metlex. Finding the way in with the drive impact reaction.
Here's your chance.
The hold parry.
On offense really for the first time.
Well, drive impact again.
Set it up again as he moves forward. Link it, yes! And first real corner situation for Metlex.
I love that, setting up the fireball as well, catching the hold parry. Wasn't a punish counter, but still, a lot in the tank to work with. Here's the thing, you are in kill range. Volcano Roso needs one touch. Could have gone into super there, but just didn't cancel in time. Waits ever so patiently, maybe looking for a whip punish. There it is, the jump again. Flash kick is the answer. And it's time, level 2. Can you deal with my booms and me? Trying to keep the little guy down, and the little boom doesn't work. That was so smart. Too confident in the boom's protection.
That was enough to kill.
Nice. Changing it up. Last time we saw the overhead. This time we saw the throw because the jump was already stuck. Huge counter. Oh, no.
Yeah, the intention was there, clearly, but Metlex takes advantage well. And almost has the corner yet again, though. Volcano Roso's defense comes into play again. Classic trap.
Just jump the boom. It's that simple.
That's what they say.
Again, the raw drive impact this time. No answer from Metlex. Finding the opportunity, not spending out just yet.
That was a gigantic opportunity, maybe to take the round, maybe the game.
Yeah, I think off of the drive rush cancel there, you could have gotten the kill. Now you're going to need an even more clean hit. Critical art is there, so now it's one touch, both sides. We saw the level 2 install last time.
No.
Oh, and you just keep...
Slightly different boom timings. Honestly, he has done a pretty good job mixing it up.
Huge.
However, big problem. CA is there.
Yeah.
Surely going to be game 1 for Metlex.
Surely it is done, and the stage was their temple. Right here, Volcano Roso now at a deficit of 1 game. Metlex trying to push their way into top 8. And it was really great decisions the entire time on the side of Guile. Volcano Roso here, and we're going to get the graphic fix there in just a moment. But a little too patient at the end of the game. Like, spending the level 2 install and not getting the close out there.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of going for the flash kick, getting the reaction with the critical art or even the level 3 would have gotten the kill. But
think back to the first round and a half when Volcano Roso was really in control. It was in part because he moved actively towards the corner.
Yeah.
Since then, it's been a pretty different style. As Metlex takes advantage of the first opportunity to play offense, getting the corner as a result after the parry.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part too. You're letting Jury play her game, and you do not want that to happen. If you can't keep the wall going, no!
Huge chance.
Oh, that is a couple of opportunities left on the table. And because you're in burnout, you can't even punish the dive kick. Level 1 super Hail Mary. I don't think that's enough, Chip, to get the job done, but your boom. Oh, no. Again.
Very unfortunate.
Yikes.
And even DI.
No!
Yeah, well, there it is. It's match point now for Metlex.
Couple of
it's getting a little scrambly out there.
Yeah, there's a lot being left on the table here for Volcano Roso, which would have changed the entire pace of the game, the entire narrative. Volcano Roso is now the one who is at potential tournament point for himself. needs to find a way to keep this going. Nice block on the overhead.
Never even stood, or never even crouched at all, only stood. Totally knew where Volcano Roso was going. Now, as we mentioned, when he had success before, it was here. It was specifically in this spot.
Yep.
So I like that Volcano Roso battled into this position.
Nice.
Under the circumstances they're playing in, I really like Guile in the corner right here. I think this is a very strong position.
Oh no, and the overextension with the drive impact. Definitely an unforced error. And no anti-air this time though. Back throw incident. You are stuck once again in creating that space. Wants to always be at that space because even the jump in doesn't reach, but now a huge touch. Do you spend the 3 bars here to critical art? Not just yet. Knows that one more touch is needed, and the shimmy is what unlocks that top 8 berth for Metlex. What looked so good for Volcano Roso, what looked like in control, a first game that was an imminent victory is now a definite defeat. Metlex with a 2-0 over the Guile. Volcano Roso, you're going to have to try again next time because Metlex was the better player in this set. Wow, it turned on a dime is what it felt like.
Yeah, it was a tale of a couple of different sets within the set, certainly. There were moments when Volcano Roso had huge control, and there were moments when he kind of gave it up. And when Metlex himself battled into it actively, more affirmatively. So a lot of different looks in that. Again, under the circumstances that I think they're probably playing in here between the UAE and Turkey.
Yeah.
I really like this. Guile in this situation is very difficult to overcome because you're the one with the sort of advantage. You're the first mover, if that makes sense, and forcing the opponent to react to you. That said, in the other moments when Metlex himself had pressure and movement, he was doing the same thing to Volcano Roso, and that is difficult to contend with in that circumstance too. So a big tail of the matchup was that, I think. Yeah, here's the little overextension.
Yeah.
That was so close to Volcano Roso taking game 1, and it all fell apart.
Yeah, and it was a different form that we were seeing from Volcano Roso because staying at that space as Guile, that's your comfort zone, right? There was no need to really push to end at that moment, especially because you had the whole duration of level 2 to work with. But again, the stress, the thought of, a top 8 spot for your region in the Middle East, another chance at getting to the Capcom Cup 10. It's a lot. So wanting to end it quickly, wanting to impose your will, be in control, is definitely something that is to be considered. And that was biting off more than you can chew, overextending, and it will happen, right? Say the DP doesn't come out there, we have a different story on our hands. Maybe we go to a game 3, maybe we go to a 2-0, but we'll never know. We know that Metlex is moving on, though. That is what we have determined from that set.
Exactly right. Yeah, we have 3 more matches in loser's side. It will be Hammud versus Aboud. But first, we wanted to talk about other matches that are going on that are a blast to watch, and not just the matches, too. There's a lot of other stuff to watch on Street Fighter League. It's a very interesting format. It's really cool to get perspectives from the players, to get a little bit more of the sort of perspective of the folks that they have on talent there. Great choices. They're killing it. Always a blast to see them. There's a new time. If you were watching the first couple episodes of Street Fighter League US, you know that they were originally airing later on. But now it's at 4 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesdays on the Capcom Fighters channels. Again, tons of great matches, tons of great players. Very interesting perspectives on that. I really recommend that you check it out.
Yeah, get to see more of the birds in the VODs if you really want to. But we have other matters to cover. And if you played a little bit too much Street Fighter 6 today, well, guess what? You can unwind with Pockets, because if you want to take a break, like we said, go over to Buckler's Boot Camp, where you can see frame data and much more, because you can play your Pockets minigame and develop your own character and train cute doc characters. You got Ryu right there. We've got Ken on the other side. You could have a Pocket Ken literally and in your pocket right there. It's actually pretty cool.
I can clean my Ryu?
You can clean your Ryu. You can make sure that he is clean so he can execute, all right? He can map the plays so he can play the map, so he can play the stage in the Pockets way he can. So remember to praise and develop your fighters, because, you know, that positive reinforcement might make them more plus on block. That's not true, but I wish it was. Headbutt being +1 would be amazing if you trained your Honda hard enough. But make sure that you show up to the Buckler's Boot Camp, play with your Pockets, and register as a member so that you can work up a good sweat together once again. And after you're sweating, we're not sweating anything, because I actually know what's back, right? It's Chipotle. Chipotle is back once again, and it is carne asada on the menu. We've got meaty so tender, so clean, that they're going to cut through the competition. Make sure that you get everything in your carne asada plate, lime, cilantro, and signature spices so that you can keep your mix-up extra nices. That's what I'm saying here. Because Chipotle has been supporting the FGC and the Capcom Pro Tour, make sure that you get yourself a carne asada bowl before it's gone. Once again, limited time. Remember, don't miss out. Look at that guac. It looks so good. I'm not going to lie. I've been looking at that guac. I'm ready. It's time to eat up.
I've been looking at it.
I've been eating. We've been eating good for Street Fighter, though. We've been eating good.
You're absolutely right about that. And there's still more on the menu. We have 3 matches remaining in loser's side, as we mentioned before. Hammud versus Aboud B Boy, Yousef B versus Fruit, and Aziz versus Amu. That's what you have left to look forward to. Don't go anywhere.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
No escape. Shit. Sure you can. Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad. I'm ready for a fight when it's on its own. I'm charging like a bull when it's on its own.
I present the Hunter from Komura.
This
y'all ain't seen nothing, I just barely scratch the surface. Roll me in the rain, let me do my thing. That they hit me down, fighting through the pain. When I'm in the zone,
I ain't never say much, but you see me up top. You see my numbers healthy, the pressure don't stop. Until I'm in the top, see the bottom seeds watch. They almost see me flop, but I'm stepping on them, watch, let them watch.
Born ready to fight, this is my moment. Coming for it all, just show me my opponent. Wanna be great, I'm a legend in the making. And this is mine for the taking.
Cause I got what it takes to be on top. I'm #1 cause I don't stop.
Hard gas, no brakes, high stakes. I don't act tough to the tussle, let them fold ya. Non-stop, you ready or not? When it's all said and done, I'ma be on the top. 3, 2, 1, I'm ahead of the game. Y'all remember my name.
3 matches in losers side remain. That's what we have to figure out before we know who's in the top 8 and will be playing tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Try to qualify for Capcom Cup. I'm Ultra David. Jake Ryan is with me.
Oh, yeah.
How are you feeling about these upcoming final matches?
It's been a great morning, and I'm happy that we get to see now the players that we saw at the beginning of the day come back and show how they have adapted, how they've adjusted. And the thing that is a benefit coming from the winner side is they've been able to watch all of these matches. They've been able to scout out what their opponent is bringing to the table and how they are going to approach these matchups. Because now it's do or die. You got to play a little bit earlier, and now you are back in action. We just saw Metlex get in the top 8 from the losers side. We have 3 more players trying to do so. And we're going to take a look at the bracket right now, just so you can catch up here on the action. Like I said, Metlex with a 2-0 over Volcano Roso. Going to be moving forward. And Volcano Roso looked like he was in control for a lot of that set, but it came tumbling down. The jury train does not stop, and we are making another stop. The train may have left the station, but we got even more happening here. Hammud versus Aboud B Boy.
It got complicated there.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to form the sentence, but need more Red Bull to give me the wings I need.
But it's like 7 p.m. or something right now,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
That's where we are in the Middle East. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody.
And then Yousef B versus Fruit, and then Aziz versus Amu to round out the rest of our top 8 qualifiers here. But we are starting with Hammud versus Aboud B Boy, and 2-1 for Aboud B Boy before moving forward. And it is going to be the Chun-Li versus the Luke, and it has been quite a battle for these players. Obviously, one starting winners, one climbing through losers, and it has been an arduous journey, but you've got VOD footage to watch. What can you capitalize from? How have you prepared? Because Hammud looked pretty good on the winner side, right? There was a couple changes. Actually, it was the one drop that we would remember, the spinning bird kick after the impact.
Boy. Yep.
And it's, that's a bittersweet feeling, knowing that you could have gotten another round on Big Bird. You could have closed out the set, potentially maybe going 1-1 on the board, but you have a chance again here in losers. It is do or die here. Chun-Li versus Luke.
Well, I'm curious whether it will be Chun-Li. He told us to the question, who's your main character? He said Chun-Li, Luke, Ken.
Ooh.
That was his response. So it may be Chun, but it may also be Luke or Ken.
Yeah. I can see it happening. And I mean, it is going to be interesting.
Chun, okay.
Yeah, it is the Chun and Aboud on the other side here. Let's see how it goes. Top 8 qualifier here in the Capcom Pro Tour Middle East to decide who moves on to top 8.
2 players from the UAE loading up. You know that they must have experience against each other. Both Dubai.
Yeah, solid connection between these two. You got to make sure you practice with everybody that you can to get to this point. And Aboud B Boy playing that full screen game just right outside of the Hisanshu. Doesn't want to play that in, but the drop right there. Huge opportunity to get a little bit more damage. It just does not happen. The anti-air displayed early. Hammud
She's got a lot of choices on that. And able to get damage and corner carry out of it too. It's very nice. But very patient style for both. Neither one feels like they need to overcommit it. It's a slight life lead for Hammud, and that really means that he gets to set the pace if he wants.
Yeah, I don't ever need to get into crouch medium punch range of Luke on my own terms to jump back. Not work out, and that was a great, it wasn't even a counter hit, it was just maybe Aboud trying to jump. Hammud able to get the first round on the board, and like you said, as soon as the lead was established for Chun, I'm sitting full screen, you have to approach me. Throw your sand blast, I don't care.
It can be very slow played. Both of these characters are more than capable of that. They both have big bursts, of course, but they have so many different tools. It doesn't need to be that way. Here's Aboud.
Wow.
Okay, nice little read out of Hammud.
Yeah,
they definitely know each other well.
Tiger knee leg, super good there against the grab. Do we go for a reset when we land? You have to be so careful. The drive impact, not coming out just yet. Just
too close.
Going for a little more pressure, yeah. Too negative on the fireball.
Remember, it was very light corner pressure after the connection was found on combo. Hammud actually backdashed and then whiff punished the DI last time. So similar story here. Didn't feel the need to overcommit. There for the anti-air. Tries it out a little bit. Okay, confirmed.
It's not going to be enough to kill here, but again, now it's a one-touch scenario. Goes for the toe taps.
And then, see ya.
Yeah.
No need to do too much. Big whiff on down tiers. Great anti-air, but also very whiff punishable against grounding players. They are brothers, in fact. Wow, okay, we didn't have the intel until now. Thanks so much for the info. They're brothers. Love to see it. Bummer that you got to take your brother out on either side, but they are going to know each other's gameplay better than anybody else on Earth.
That's so tragic. Dinner is going to be one awkward conversation. But again, you'll have your #1 fan and your #1 supporter on the side. The brother match is a beautiful thing. This is great. Thank you, Twitch chat.
Yeah.
The power of the community, see? Without you, could we really make it happen?
They actually even gave us their last names in slightly different writings in Latin script, so interesting. That's probably why I didn't connect with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And a little bit of a different approach here from Hammud, able to answer the drive rushes, but staying closer, where I do believe Luke can have the advantage here. It's up to Chun to find a way out of the corner now. Hammud. Oh, wow, the check. And that should be it for the round here.
Yeah.
Level 1? Yeah. Sorry, little bro.
Yeah. Sorry, big bro, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we got to check this one out. Oh, and the stare down right here. Two brothers, mid-screen, playing Street Fighter. Nice.
Nice and firm. It's into the corner. Just great awareness.
Nice. Wow, went for the Zanju afterwards and not the punish conversion. So again, safe. Not the hardest thing. It will beat throws there, so. Again, just walking it back, utilizing the walk speed, making Aboud spend that drive gauge to close the gap.
Oh. These are 3 perfect parries in a row.
And I love that. Attacking the drive gauge, going for the drive impact there. Could have got a little bit more damage, but now burnout is much more valuable.
Well, to what end is the question? What does he get out of it? The answer is not a whole lot.
Survey says, ticket to Memphis. We're going together. I bought us too. This is scary though. Drive gauge almost back for Aboud. The 2 bars on deck.
Oh,
so scary.
He did have meter for that.
Where is it? Not going to go for the drive impact. Just bring it up. Plus. Oh.
Ready for the anti-air already.
No!
And then backdash again. Maybe for the kill. Maybe not. This might be close.
The thing is, there's no bar on the side of Aboud, so this next knockdown is a guaranteed
situation.
It is
anyway. It's already over.
Yeah.
2 games to 0. Hammud eliminates his brother Aboud B Boy.
And we bid Aboud adieu for that match right there. And there's not much you can do.
Yeah, okay, I can see it now that we look at the profiles yet again.
Yeah, I'm trying to see
family resemblance there.
Maybe I don't know. If you're looking at these pictures, I do think that Aboud would be the older brother. I might be mistaken, but it's definitely that thing. It's like when you play with your younger brother when you first started, and it's like you're just beating him down. Aboud is older, all right. And then Hammud shows up, and like the little brother has now been formed into the fighting game player that you always wanted them to be.
Age 26 and age 25, so there's not a huge gap.
A small difference. It's my turn on the PC.
But still,
it's my turn on the PlayStation.
As an older brother, as an oldest brother, in fact, among 3, I do know that any age difference is relevant.
Oh yeah.
And any loss to your brother is the worst.
Oh yeah. This is definitely a loss to remember. And it's one where you go into the next tournament and be like, hey, remember that time I beat you in the CPT?
I don't even want to play Mario Kart against my bro.
I don't even
Don't tell him I said that, because he's bad at it. I
wow.
totally beat him, but every time we play, he wins somehow, so I don't want to do it.
Absolutely. You wouldn't let him talk. You wouldn't let him play with your Pocket Spider, right? He'd mess your Honda up. Can't let
I would have to clean my Honda a lot.
Yeah, you can't have that happen. And again, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. I mean, if you're going to lose to anybody, it would be one of your closest training partners.
Of course.
So,
yeah, I mean, jokes aside.
Yeah.
Super cool that they have built-in training partners in that way. Hats off to both of them for being so strong. One of them has made top 8, as you see there. The other one, 9th place. So excellent work to both. But it will be Hammud versus Metlex in top 8, which we will get to tomorrow. Now, we're going to be going to Yousef B versus Fruit.
Yeah, coming up here again, this is one of the matches we were really looking forward to. I know it was so close. There was a couple of adjustments that we wanted to see because Honda was popping off for a minute, but there was a couple of unforced errors. Too many butt slams. The unstoppable urge to butt slam.
The urge.
The
You
urge
just feel
to
it
slam.
tugging at you constantly.
You're like, what if I just
press up plus button?
I can't help myself.
Press up plus button.
I love up button.
I love it.
What's up ball? No, what's butt slam? Is what we have here. But again, we have up ball on the other side with Root on the Blanca. So it is going to be a match of, there's going to be a lot of velocity on both sides here.
Yeah. It is a matchup that I feel, and I think Blanca players agree, is a win for Honda. He just has great solutions to ball. He has great solutions to Blanca's forward movement in general, and just kind of prevents Blanca from doing stuff that is effective in many other matchups. At the same time, Honda's pressure is good versus Blanca. So it's just kind of like again, I don't think that there's a blow-up matchup in this game.
Yeah.
But if I had to give it to one character, I would say I would give it to Honda. That said, you know, if that urge is too strong, if the urge is just overwhelming,
perfect parry might be your undoing.
That could be the problem.
So I had a question here too, because I wanted to break it down as like you play the Honda versus Blanca matchup. Maybe not the most, but
pretty often actually.
Yeah, well, that's great actually. Yeah, that's right. In Burbank, you get to play against one of our local Blanca players, Air Jordan, and he's like super strong.
SoCal does have good Blanca players. Viscant made 9th in CPT.
True, that's right. Yeah, so we got a plethora of Blanca players. So the one thing I wanted to ask is how well does Honda deal with up back ball, a typical defensive option?
That you just headbutt, dude. Headbutt is air invul.
It's
so
just the ultimate answer.
If Blanca is twirling in the sky, you have a solution. That said, you have to have back charge, and he didn't there. So great awareness by Fruit to see that was the time to bring it out.
Absolutely love that. Great challenge on the crouch right there. Again, the chop from air traffic controller normal. Again, good old headbutt. Do it again. No. Oh, that was up plus button. That was a butt slam, and there's another one. It's like, wait a minute. I've seen this somewhere before. Nice. About to burn out on the side of Fruit with no bar. This is looking rough. Full screen. Oh,
nice
no.
time.
Yeah.
The boy's loose.
And I'm
what
right
if you
on
could
over.
just go right on over it? The Aki versus Honda meme, except for with Blanca-chan.
Oh, and yeah, this is such a hard sequence right there. Keeps it a true block string with the drive rush into the low. It's the first round against Fruit. You know
yeah,
what?
that's one of the things I was talking about. He just has better solutions than most characters. You can just do headbutt over a little boy.
Yeah, just headbutt into headbutt. What a safe jump, and this is going to be massive damage. A one-touch situation for Yousef B. And yeah, that's going to be the first game. Honda with the perfect. Oh, man. It looks like the butt slam is beating the Blanca ball at this moment, at this juncture.
If you're Blanca, you hope that Honda would kind of like make a bad move and let you get things going. Yeah, here's a great example, right? Okay, so you're kind of like hunting for that. But otherwise, in neutral, can be difficult to get going.
Yeah, your typical option to start, maybe even short or far Blanca ball. And get completely stuck because of the power of the headbutt. And it's what Honda wants to be doing anyway. So
Right.
they're like, oh, my
It's not like, oh man, I got to do a headbutt. I guess.
I hate
You're
that.
doing it.
I hate that special. No, that's why you're playing it. You're like, oh, I get to do it. And then now the fear from Fruit of the headbutt, looking for the perfect parry, allows Yousef to unlock.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Once they start looking for the headbutt, you start winning.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of great Honda stuff here. The light headbutt, bait a parry, move forward without really too much worry.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit too short on the parry. A little bit too short on the grab. Yeah, up back ball.
Here we go, Fruit.
Great
Time
answer.
for offense.
Yikes.
Yeah, a little bit at least. Here we go.
One more grab will do it. That's exactly what we're going to be looking for. Yep, the tech comes out excellently. Yousef B.
Oh, the urge is growing.
I know. All answers.
The urge.
Are butt slam.
Okay, nice. He's not giving into the urge.
Oh,
the
there
urge!
it is. Oh, I can't help myself. You know, it pairs well with butt slam. Another headbutt. Oh, let's see. Air to air. Yeah,
Good
yeah,
work, good work.
It's good.
Just patient play by Fruit.
Great.
Getting the sense that Yousef was going to overextend. He was right, ultimately.
Wow, great composure. And again, right back to the well. Butt slam round start. Why not? Anti-air does come through, and this is where Fruit can really start to shine because the techs have been so good. Wow! What a great adjustment from Yousef. The drive rush into the throw, and now in the corner, it is a one-touch situation. You are in the kill zone. Interesting can counter hit. How negative is that clap there?
Oh, it is negative. I'm surprised you pressed the button.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. The press right back. Even though you got a counter hit, I've got a counter measure. The level 3 will do it, and now it is set point for Yousef. Fruit has all the meter in the world, and you cash out. There's always money in a banana stand. Is there enough money for Fruit to use, though?
Ooh. Here's the start. He's got 3 bars.
Ooh! And the install. The extra extensions you can get from this really unlocks the damage. Uh-oh.
Okay, here you are. This is good.
Oh, yeah. And you're burnt out. No bar on the side of Yousef. You're going to have to hold this.
Oh.
You can hold this one as well. Maybe another one. Oh, drive impact. Absolutely lovely. No more lightning beast to work with, but little man's got a plan. Let's see what Blanca Chan can do. So much damage. Another one. Ooh, it caught the headbutt. Nice. Here he is.
He's still there. He's bouncing. No, he's not.
1 bar in a dream. Almost in burnout for Fruit, but I will get out on my own terms. Saw you turn green. It's time for me to be mean. It's not easy being green. Blanca says so. He sees the colors change in real time. And now we are on game 3 between these two to decide another competitor for top 8 and tomorrow's play. Headbutt. The great equalizer. Ooh,
yep,
again.
knocked down again in the corner. Fruit out of there.
Even though you escaped, though, look at the drive gauge.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Right back.
Again denied. Fruit really wants to go up into the sky in those situations we talked about before.
Again, the grab. The perfect parry did not work out. One more touch will do it, and it is just the continued pressure. I think that was another jump. I think Fruit is trying to do up back ball. And Yousef has noticed that real quick. Finally, an anti-air on the butt slam. No perfect parry. And the urge is still strong. Let's see if it comes out again. Another perfect parry, but the tech safe. Wow!
It worked. And EX up ball worked again as well.
That was the
Fruit's trying to turn it on. Really wanted to get offense going there. Oh boy. Okay. Man, oh no, burned himself out. Oh boy.
And there it is. No level 1 to react. It's not going to be enough to kill, but this is so much damage. The full drive gauge is Fruit's reward here.
Safe jump into. Okay, just taking off 2 bars of drive gauge.
Yeah, we haven't seen the command grab just yet. And even though Fruit just got out of burnout, already back to 2 bars. Lightning Beast.
Oh, nice.
Coming out huge here. Gets the Blanca-chan set up. But the trade. Oh, no.
Any of those slaps is going to be into super.
Got the burnout too, and there it is.
Boy.
No bar as well. Oh, no.
For the kill?
Yeah, and butt slam into just critical art here. Well, kill goes for the drive impact. And that is it. We have a Honda in top 8 of the Capcom Pro Tour Middle East qualifier here. Yousef B didn't have to use any of that meter, and Fruit has been sliced. You are done for. 9th place, nothing to be upset about, though. Yousef B with the Honda. He was able to cut through the competition, I would say. So very good stuff. Love that we have some Honda representation here in the CPT. And the urge to butt slam was a lot more controlled here.
Yeah.
But the urge to headbutt into headbutt was unleashed. That is the darkest of urge, the forbidden technique. And I love it because Fruit is, you're doing the right thing, right? You're following the rules. You say, oh, it's my turn to press, right? It's the negative headbutt. But that is why you can break the rules. As soon as you see your opponent start to follow the formulaic plan, you get to show them a new look. And that new look was beautiful for Yousef and really unlocked a lot of these rounds.
There were certainly good defensive choices by Fruit. He got some great offensive series. I think in this round there was one, here in this corner. He really did great work. This was great. That said, some of the other defensive situations, you could see he really wanted to go up into the sky for EX ball. He really wanted to move. You know, he wanted to set up some normal stuff, like have the boy move across the screen, which Honda just doesn't have to worry about. Some of that stuff did not serve him, ultimately.
Yeah.
And, you know, he played great for the most part. Love to see him play again. But here, not going to happen as Yousef, as we mentioned, moves forward. So who he'll play against in the first round of the top 8?
Oh, yeah.
We're not sure yet. It's going to be one of the 2 in our final remaining match of the top 16 for today. That will be Aziz versus Hammud.
Yeah, Aziz versus Hammud is the match to close out the rest. And, you know, Fruit does take that goodbye. And the defensive aspect of jumping, I think it comes from his previous game experience, where typically that can be a great defensive option, and I feel like those players can gravitate towards Blanca because he has options there.
It does make sense.
Just didn't work out, and I mean, it's going to work out for one of these future players. Aziz versus Amu is our final match of the day. We're going to be seeing the matchups here. I know that in our little spreadsheets, we had multiple characters listed for each. Multiple characters listed for each player.
Aziz previously Luke.
Yeah.
Probably Luke.
Probably Luke again.
But for Amu, who is your main character? Answer: DJ, Jury, Luke, Cammy.
It could be anything.
Could be anything.
He could be playing you. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. It's a good list of 4 characters, though. If you're going to go with 4, you could do worse than that.
Yeah, it's like Lily, Honda. You have
C
modern
and M Honda?
Yeah, modern. Yeah, exactly. CM Honda. See you later, Honda. I wonder who plays C and M Honda. That's
a genius is only
that's
because
a strong
honestly,
player.
I mean, like Shuto will play C and M Marissa, and
It's
that
true.
is so tough.
It
Like,
is.
You have totally different play systems. Only geniuses can do that, in my opinion.
You gotta tap in.
Anyway, I'm not sure which character we're gonna go with for Amu. We'll find out very shortly when they actually load into this thing. As I mentioned, Aziz, when he played earlier, although it was 2-0 to look at the score when he lost to Angry Bird, nevertheless, a lot of those games were close.
Yeah.
He took rounds. There were chances to do more.
Yeah.
He's a very strong player, as we mentioned before. I mean, this is somebody who I had seen play in Kuwait, you know, a decade ago almost.
Exactly.
Somebody who was already having success and beating very strong players internationally who came to Kuwait for Kuwait Battle Royale. So he's somebody who definitely can make this happen even in top 8, even getting all the way through it. For Amu, you know, having just beaten the legend G, it's a bit of a different path.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
getting here. That match, you know, it looked like it may have been a little squirrely for both of them. Maybe a little bit different.
Scrapping.
Yeah, maybe a little,
We were definitely
little difficult
scrapping.
to make things happen in there. This one is a little bit closer to home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although not by a whole lot.
Yeah, and again, whatever happens, once the match begins is what we're going to get. And I mean, yeah, like you said, versus Angry Bird, it was the difference between like one wake up reversal being red.
Yeah, really.
And Angry Bird got to get every single reversal out, and I feel like 2 of them were baited on the other end and just was not able to recover, because if you give Angry Bird an inch, he's taking a mile, all right? That wingspan, you do not underestimate it, and it is going to be the DJ versus the Luke here. And our final match of top 16 to determine our entire top 8 is going to be Amu versus Aziz. And we're starting off strong. No pressure allowed. Wow, yeah, no pressure allowed. Either side. What a tech. Uh-oh. Wow, caught the recovery there. Only a normal counter, no punish counter. About to burn out on the side of Aziz. And no meter to boot. This is the exact position you don't want to be in. Yikes.
I love the solution of, oh boy,
wow.
it actually all worked out.
That was
Aziz.
a commitment and a half. And I mean, now in Burnout, as long as you don't lose the offensive, you're doing fine. But just cool
really
under
good
pressure.
choice.
Yeah, you are done for after that guaranteed string.
As strong as DJ is, that's one of his poor situations. Doesn't really have great defense with 2 bars. Or sorry, without 2 bars.
Yep. So that was the win scenario for Aziz right there, but Amu finding a way out. Nice target combo, get a little damage, and the bait! Like we said, one reversal can really change the tide of an entire match. And that jump in, now once the stop sign and the beast mode to boot. We'll do it, round a piece on the board. We are scrapping. That one was fast.
Yeah, 83 on the clock still.
Yeah, like 16 seconds. Sweet 16. That's all we need. 16 seconds, I'm in there.
They're both very capable of doing that. In fact, here's a great start for Amu to be able to get the same. No, he denied.
Yeah, crush medium kick and the perfect parry on the jump in. Something I want to see adjusted here real quick. It's just empty jump in to deal with the perfect parries. We've been seeing that a lot from these players, and we're not going to see a whole lot more in this match. Potentially, we might have another 83-second match. Is it going to be a wake-up super from the side of Aziz? Are you even going to survive? Yes. But, oh, wow, way to beat the super.
I love the cute idea. Yeah. Denied. Only 2 seconds slower than the round before that Aziz had won. It's 1-0 Amu.
Yeah, quick matches back and forth. Both of these characters are incredibly explosive. If they're willing to spend their entire drive gauge and their resources, they can absolutely take this game into a 2-touch zone. 1 pro for your troubles. Aziz not be ping this time. Wake up jab. Changing up the options. I feel like that's how you have to layer it in. And wonderful stuff finding the jump in here, and what a meaty! Wow, great work. Yeah, love the spacing trap. No anti-air this time, finds a way out, and no tax paid. I want to live wherever that is. Ooh, the meatiest of drive impacts, and that is going to be the game on the board. I don't even think, nah, you got to spend the level 1. Better safe than sorry, as you are moving towards set point for the top 8 berth here. Aziz has to tap in now.
Maybe a chance for Aziz to get things going. I'd love to see him do the same thing that Amo is doing, which is things that are difficult to react to under the circumstances. That DI, for example, at the end of that last round. Great choice. However, the confirm comes. Amu.
We saw the TP to get out before, but the jump medium kick, a very interesting option. Still locked down, even though these trades are giving you a little bit of space. It's going into the favor of Amu with the level 2. One touch will do it. All it takes is that singular poke, that singular croc medium kick, and the drive rush jab is gonna be it. Finito. It is done for Aziz. Not even needing the level 3. No super required. That was... Yeah,
I really thought that was going to be closer than that.
Yeah.
Shout out to GB Amu from Pakistan. Played fantastically in that second game. First game was close. They both took a round. They both had extremely strong rounds, I guess. They both had a 16 and an 18-second round in that game 1. But then in that game 2, it wasn't quite as much of a blitz, but it was still total control by Amu.
Absolute clinic right there. And it started off Amu knowing that there was no risk needed, had the chip kill on deck. And, you know, Aziz had this very convincing round right back. Had to spend the level 2, but 16 seconds gone on the clock. And the immediate clap back here. Utilizing the just cool mix-ups was so dang good. And, I mean, it taps back into the drive rush jab. The anti-airs were so consistent, and Amu just did not... it was unrelenting, I feel.
Yeah,
it was really unrelenting. Luke just did not get a time to start. And, yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. There was some really good jump-ins, really good opportunities, but... DJ was just more. It was a lot more sound gameplay loop that Amu was able to present.
I mean, it wasn't a zoning style, or it wasn't really defensive style. It was offensive. DJ was pressure and finding big damage fast and quickly. And
exactly.
That was a very effective choice under those circumstances. So great work to Amu. He moves forward into the top 8, which means that now we do have the top 8 all lined up and ready to go. We're not going to get there today. You guys know how this works. We're going to be doing just the top 16 today, which means that we're done with matches. But tomorrow will be that top 8.
Yeah, tomorrow's top 8 is going to be amazing. But there is something that you can do today because CPT registration is still open. You got to remember that. CPT registration is still open. If you are in Asia Southeast, registration closes tomorrow at 8 p.m. And like we said, it's 8 p.m. here in the Middle East. So you got to get in there 12 hours. I don't know what that converts to PST, but we'll find out soon. 8 p.m. PST is when you're going to sign up. So make sure that you sign up and give yourself the chance to qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour because you are the only factor you can control. And you know what? You'll never know if you don't swing the bat. And right here are the other times we're going to be swinging Japan, one of the highly contested regions in the world. We just had Fudo qualify through the World Warrior. We're going to get another qualifier on December 2nd for Japan. And then afterwards, December 9th, we have France, Spain, and Portugal. Is it going to be another return to form from the 4 fills, or are we going to have another representative really show up strong there? Please make sure that you sign up. Registration will be closing for those events as we get closer. Like we said, Asia Southeast on the 19th. Japan and France will be coming up afterwards, and you can see the registration periods in black there. So November 27th and December 4th are the dates you'll be aiming for. Do not miss out, as this is one of your only opportunities to qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour, other than the LCQ, which is going to be, I think, one of the hardest tournaments in the world ever besides EVO.
Another way to do it, of course, is via World Warrior. And we've been talking about World Warrior this weekend because the actual qualifications are happening, right? This has been an ongoing series across the world. Many different regions have World Warriors going on, 26 in fact, which means that we're going to have 26 regional champions. So far this weekend, we have had, well, this week maybe I should say, US West happened this week, Southeast Asia, Japan, US Midwest, Canada East, Oceania, and France will happen throughout this weekend. So this is the time to look it all up. If you want to know exactly what's going on, I recommend checking out on Twitter, super__Yan. Super Yan has had a really great spreadsheet up that has exactly where to watch, when to watch each region and she's keeping track as well on everybody who qualifies to get into that Capcom Cup 10 and get a chance at the grand prize of $1 million. Head on over to CapcomProTour.com for even more information to find out who is qualified for all of those final weeks.
Yeah, that's where you're going to be able to see the standings, the schedule, and just about everything you need to know about the World Warrior program. And we do have a little bit of a Chipotle moment coming up here too.
A moment, huh?
Yeah, I would say, in a moment we'll get a little bit of snackage going on. Maybe the chip kill of the day. Who knows? I know I had one that I had in my mind, and it involved DJ. And hopefully we get to play it out pretty soon, because we're going to have to do a quick recap. Even though the matches are over, we got more to talk about, more to excite you for tomorrow. So please stay tuned as we finish out the day. Thank you for watching the Top 16. We're going to give you even more after this break.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah. The avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day?
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Street Fighter 6.
Fighting is an art. And this is our canvas. Here, we flex our style, our passion, our creativity, our skills. We come here to break rules, to bend minds, to change the game. This is where we make an impression. This is where we make our masterpiece. Available now.
Objection!
And if you try to stop me, then you're gonna pay the price. All them late nights finally paid nights. Awake in my dreams, but you could call me the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I'm focused. You know how bad I want this.
and I just barely scratched the surface. Throw me in the rain, let me do my thing. Thought they had me deal, fighting through the pain when I'm in the zone. I ain't never say much, but you see me up top. You see my numbers healthy, the pressure don't stop. Until I'm in the top, see the bottom seeds watch. They almost see me flop, but I'm stepping on them, watch, let them watch.
The Capcom Pro Tour 2023 Middle East Top 16 has come to its conclusion. We now know who has made Top 8 and who will play tomorrow in a set of first to threes. For Top 16, Ultra David and Jake Ryan. We had a bunch of interesting matchups. I think we also had a lot that kind of went as expected as well. You know, coming into this, I'm sure we all think that Angry Bird and Big Bird are the two favorites, right? Evo champion Angry Bird. Big Bird has had big wins as well and a bunch of, you know, very top high placings as well. Both among the best in the world, certainly. They both made it through with 2-0 wins. Not to say that they weren't contested. Angry Bird versus Aziz had moments that I think were, you know, definitely moments of contestation. Nevertheless, they both made it through. So in winner's side, we're going to have Angry Bird versus Real MF.
Exactly.
And we're going to be having Big Bird versus Fandroid, which is an interesting one because these are the two players in the World Warrior or Middle East who have tied for first in points. Now, Big Bird won each of the times that he went there, but only entered 3 times. Fandroid won the last one and had great showings for the rest, and so they both end up at 150. Very interesting that they both happen to get matched up in winner's side of Top 8 tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing that's important about that, too, is when you look at it, because Angry Bird has entered, the implications is if Angry Bird gets to Grand Finals, whoever gets to that second place, even if they aren't able to beat Angry Bird, will qualify for the Capcom Cup because he already has that position. So winning that first match is that much more important because if you can reach Angry Bird, you know, potentially get the Grand Finals or loser side, then you're rooting for Angry Bird the whole way if you're able to beat him.
Sure.
And then otherwise, you have to make that one extra match to win. So getting into that Cup qualification and winning that first match against Angry Bird and Big Bird, God, it's going to be such a hard match. Like, I cannot believe it that it ended up that way, too, with the World Warrior points, how they're tied. And it's like the perfect storyline of, well, Big Bird only entered 3, but then Fandroid kept it consistent the entire time. It's the story of improvement. And then if Big Bird can meet expectations and overcome, like, the previous times where he wasn't able to keep the volatility and control, like an Evo, right? So I'm really looking forward to the winner side of things. And then the loser side of things, it was more contentious. We had a lot of 2-0s, but ended up getting our last 4 competitors, which is Metlex, who's going to be fighting against Hammud. So it's going to be a Jury versus Chun-Li. And Metlex was, you know, pushed kind of to the brink for a bit, but then Volcano Roso ran out of steam. Didn't really put the feather in the cap, I would say, because he had everything lined up and just overextended a bit too much, which gave Jury the opportunity. And then on the other side of losers, you have Yousef B versus the likes of Amu, which is going to be Honda. Again.
Why'd you point at me?
I'm just saying, you're the Honda player, man, versus DJ. So man.
And it's an interesting one for the characters, for sure. It's also an interesting one in the sense that, man, Amu just blew up Aziz in the last match. I mean, even character aside, like that was just a ton of control, excellent offense, capitalized on things, was ready for anti-airs, turned it into his own corner control after damage. Like he just played it super, super great. So even aside from, you know, sure, I'm interested in watching a Honda, I'm very interested in watching more of Amu's DJ because I really liked what we saw today.
Yeah, and I think it's a good blueprint too because that matchup, I don't get to see that matchup as well. We don't have the most DJ representation here, so seeing how it shapes up and what Amu is able to do, because I'm excited about the DJ as well. We've seen great DJ performances across the world. Like we said, Shen and Fudo just both qualified for Capcom Cup 10 with the DJ for C and Japan. So seeing even more DJ, if we get a third one, like the ultimate losers run, that would be incredible.
That would be awesome.
Especially after Amu's performance over Aziz. I did not expect it to be like the way it was after that first game where it's like, oh, wow, really convincing round. And then it was, you blink and you might have missed it.
It is interesting to talk about the fact that Angry Bird has already qualified after having won Evo as well from the loser's perspective.
Yeah.
Because if you are in the loser's side and Angry Bird qualifies into Grand Finals from the winner's side, you know all you got to do is win loser's finals.
Get second,
all you got to, the Grand Finals, obviously you also want to win. There's money on the line, reputation.
$2,500.
Right, exactly. But to make Capcom Cup, if Angry Bird is in the winner's side of Grand Finals, the qualification match is loser's finals.
Yeah, it becomes the most important match of the day, and it changes when you have to really show up and like make that your moment. And that's terrifying, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, wow, all I have to do is get second, and it adds that much pressure, right? Because normally you're like first or nothing, and it comes down to that match, and you get one chance. It is still 3 out of 5.
Of course.
Right? So you'll get that same kind of grace that you would in a winner's finals or a grand finals. But then again, if Angry Bird goes to losers, then you have the hardest path, right? Because what if Big Bird is sitting there? Because then you have to not only beat Angry Bird, but Big Bird. The 2 strongest players in your region. 2 of the strongest players in the world. Now that would be a story to tell.
It would be amazing.
Absolutely.
For sure. And we will be seeing all of that tomorrow at the same time on the same channels. Thanks for watching with us and sticking around for this final segment, as I know that you all did. I appreciate that. My name's Ultra David. Thanks a lot for hanging out. This is Jake Ryan, and we'll catch you tomorrow.